You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon. You're listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. Our coverage of today's game will start soon.
Welcome to Bowie Baysox Baseball. It's time now for the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show.
It's the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show from Prince George's Stadium. We're getting set for the fourth game in this six-game series between the Hartford Yardgoats, AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies, and your Bowie Baysox. Glad you're with us. Matt Sabatas with you from Prince George's Stadium in Bowie, as the Baysox are running into a bit of trouble right now on a season-long 7-game losing streak. And look, it's hard to find positives in something like this. It really is. But 4 of the 7 losses for Bowie have been by exactly 1 run, including last night. And if you followed along the last few seasons as Bowie and the Orioles system as a whole has been on the come-up, you've noticed a couple of these stretches for Bowie before. They lost 7 games in a row at one point in 2021. They lost 7 games in a row twice in 2019. And what happened to those seasons, Adam? I think they made the championship series, and I think that's a pretty good way to finish out a season. So the fact of the matter is that it's not a season ender. It's not the worst thing in the world. It will end at some point, and it's still only May.
Right.
It'll pass. And I feel like tonight is going to be the night.
Right, and I think that a good point about that is that you've got a very young ball club. You've got a team with a young and energetic manager in Kyle Moore. We're still early in the season. When you're in the thick of this, you're playing every day. But this is still really the early portion of the season. So I think the team is still optimistic and hungry, and there's no reason that tonight can't be the night.
Hartford coming into today, their 37th game this season, a 22-14 record, a 4-game winning streak. They're only 1.5 games out of first place behind Somerset. The Yard Goats are in second overall in the Northeast Division. And they're surging 8-2 over their last 10, 9-6 when playing on the road. Bowie, game number 35 for the Baysox this year, a 13-21 mark, and as mentioned, a seasons-long 7-game losing streak. Unfortunately, it is tied for the longest losing streak in the league this year. Binghamton had a 7-gamer at the tail end of April. Bowie is 7 games out of first place in the Southwest Division, in last. They're 2 games behind Altoona, who is in 5th. It's a tie atop the Southwest Division entering today. Akron and Richmond are both 21-15. Bowie, as mentioned, only 2-8 over their last 10 and 8-9 when playing in front of the home crowd here at Prince George's Stadium. Starting pitching matchup today should potentially be a bullpen day, as Griffin McClarty will go against Michael Baird for Hartford, a pair of right-handers. Baird was a late change into the rotation for Hartford today. He was only switched over about noon yesterday. After making 4 relief appearances for the Goats so far this season, his numbers have been all right. 9 innings, 3 earned runs allowed total. Opponents hitting 182, 12 strikeouts. He has not walked a batter. But he's coming off of a 1-3 record and a 7.27 ERA in the Hartford bullpen last season. He made 3 spot starts at the end of that year and allowed 9 earned runs in 9 1/3 innings. He's a Colorado native, actually spent a season in the Cardinals organization before being released by the team that drafted him and picked up by the team in his home state. On Griffin McClarty, it's his 3rd spot start for Bowie, 4th overall appearance, 0-1 record, a 14.29 ERA, but that's only because he's only tossed 5 2/3 innings. He's struck out 5, walked 7. The issue for McClarty has been the contact at the wrong times. If he can keep the contact away from barrels just enough today, he should be able to rely on Bowie's defense to get him through at least 3 innings. But again, it should only be about 3 innings for each side, and then it'll turn into a battle of the bullpens. We've got a lot to talk about here on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. Our next segment, though, will be a special guest. Danny Fox, the coordinator of promotions and marketing here for the Baysox, walks us through what's a special night tonight at the ballpark. An excellent turnout for Read and Hit a Home Run reading program, and the first of 2 specialty jerseys for a Maryland celebration. It's a very fun couple of days here, Adam.
Yes, looking forward to what Danny has to say. We've already seen it be a special night. We had a proposal on the field for the first pitch, and she said yes. So we're already off to a good start here tonight.
He didn't walk out to the mound, though, to propose. As soon as he caught it, he just dropped down on the knee. She had to run over to him.
He was nervous. He was nervous. He was shaking.
All right, so Danny Fox is our guest next, the promotions and marketing coordinator for the Baysox, to tell us about some upcoming promotions here at Prince George's Stadium. Stick around. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the DC area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Hey, Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
We're back in on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show, getting set for Game 4 in this 6-game series between the Baysox and the Hartford Yard Goats. It's a special night to get things going this weekend here at Prince George's Stadium. It's the final night of the Baysox Read and Hit a Home Run reading program, benefiting local schools, their school districts, and, of course, the kids to encourage them to read more and rewarding them with some prize packs, some tickets to the game. And in charge of all of that is the promotions and marketing coordinator for the Baysox, Danny Fox. She's our guest today. Danny, first off, thank you so much. And second off, walk us through just what kind of goes into the day-to-day of getting this all set up and communicating with some of the school districts and making sure that the Baysox can really get a good turnout from some of these schools.
Hey, Matt. Yeah, thanks for having me. So the reading program consists of the students reading 4 books throughout a time frame that the schools set. So we send out all of the information in January, and then the deadlines for the teachers to report their final numbers to me is in April. So I know some started off a little bit earlier than others and ended a little earlier as well. But basically, each student that participates in this program and completes 4 books receives 2 free tickets to the game that their county comes out. And a part of this program, too, is actually a jersey design contest. And that's what's really exciting about tonight is this weekend is our Anne Arundel County, Queen Anne's County, Howard County, public schools and private schools and home schools.
See, I pay attention.
I know, thank you, because I forgot. But that's our reading night tonight and tomorrow. And the winner of our jersey design contest is Miss Lucy Miyamoto from Mayo Elementary School in Anne Arundel County. So our Baysox players will actually be wearing her jersey that she designed for tonight and tomorrow, and they will be auctioned off on the LiveSource app. But that jersey design is where we send them out, send them a blank jersey template to all the schools, and all of the students can design their own jersey and submit it, and then we choose a winner. Like I said, this year our winner was from Mayo Elementary. And tonight, Miss Lucy is going to come and get her own jersey and throw out the first pitch and be recognized as our winner.
And it is a nice jersey, too. It's a drawing of a crab catching a wave, and then on the backside, a larger crab with the number in the middle there. How many jersey designs were submitted? Do you know off the top of your head or no?
We probably got around 500 to 700, okay, I would say. So we had a lot to go through, and it was really hard to pick. But yeah, her jersey design is exciting. It's very Maryland themed. The sleeves, she drew the Maryland flag, and then, as you mentioned, yep, it's a crab, and she also included a lot of other Maryland stuff too. On the one side of the jersey is the Black-Eyed Susan that she drew, which is the state flower of Maryland, if you didn't know.
Oh, interesting. No, I didn't know that. Now, there's only one more night to take advantage of this for the special ticket price if you're a part of the Read and Hit a Home Run program. So if anyone may have thought they may have missed the deadline, they've got just a few more hours because there's a promo code that ends at midnight for tomorrow's game. That would be Saturday. Can you remind us of that, Danny?
Yes. So all of the schools for tomorrow's game, they should have sent out that promo code to the parents of the participating schools tomorrow. That code ends at 11:59 tonight, and then the free tickets are redeemable for tomorrow for the Saturday game. And then tonight is the Friday night game.
And then a couple of the things coming up to Prince George's Stadium over the next few days. I think one of the ones that you're most excited about, it's Boots and Baseball night, isn't it, Danny?
Boots and baseball, absolutely. So I'll be down there in my boots and my flannel and my belt buckle, and we'll be listening to country music all night. And then we encourage everyone else to dress up in their country attire, or we allow Preakness attire since tomorrow is Preakness Day as well.
Yeah, that is true. Again, we're here with Danny Fox, Promotions and Marketing Coordinator for the Baysox, as we've got a very special promotion tonight with the Read and Hit a Home Run reading program for some of the three main counties, especially Anne Arundel County. And one of the things that fans might see when they're at the ballpark is Danny is one of the main people in charge of the in-game promotions when it comes to shuttling around in-game MC Paul Clary and helping find contestants, helping set up those between-inning games. Which one is your favorite? Is it the bumper ball that they put on late in the game, Danny?
So bubble balls is always a fun one. It's always so funny, but I wouldn't say it's my favorite because with bubble balls, we can only have staff participate in that one.
That's fair.
My favorite promo is probably Dizzy Bat.
That is fair, too.
When they can't even make it to the end.
You always get someone to fall down on that. I remember in college, there was a big dorm event, and I touted myself as someone who doesn't get dizzy too often. When that event came up, 2 steps in, I fell over.
It's always fun. And then Balloon Burst is a good one, too. It's not great for us sometimes, but when they break the chairs, I think it's hilarious.
Well, you got to bring out the weak chair for it. That helps out. If there's a chair that's on its last legs, you should put it aside for the balloon burst. Again, Danny Fox here, the director of, their coordinator of promotions and marketing for the Baysox. One last thing to note before we wrap this up. Again, it's a specialty jersey going up for a silent auction on the Live Source app. Can you remind everyone in depth on what they need to do for that, Danny?
Yeah, so if you download the Live Source app and then put in your location, which for us it would be Bowie, Maryland, it will come up and you just have to bid. It goes through next week, and all of that information is on the app as well once you download it and create an account. And every time somebody is outbidding you, you'll get a notification. So it all comes straight to your phone through the app. And like I said, that goes through next week. And these are going to be game-worn and signed jerseys by Lucy Miyamoto.
All right, outstanding. Danny Fox, the promotions and marketing coordinator for the Baysox, our guest here. Our thanks to her. We'll step aside for now on the DCA Imaging Systems pregame show. When we come back, we'll walk you through the starting lineups and get you set up for Game 4 in this series. It's the Baysox and the Yard Goats coming up in just a little bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the D.C. area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Welcome back into Prince George's Stadium. We get ready for first pitch. Bowie and Hartford here tonight. And what is Game 4 of this 6-game series? Let's take a look at the Eastern League of last night, as yesterday New Hampshire and Erie played a doubleheader, and Erie dominated the day, 5-1 victors in the opener, and then a 7-0 win for the Seawolves in the nightcap. So they outscore the Blue Jays affiliate in New Hampshire 12-1 in that double dip. Richmond outlasted Altoona 5-4. It's been a magical start to the year for the Flying Squirrels, who have not been in the Eastern League's postseason in 8 years. Akron won big over Binghamton. Binghamton has the worst record in the league, currently at 11-24, as the Guardians affiliate in Akron was a 13-1 victor. It was Reading winning big at Somerset 12-4. Harrisburg and Portland were postponed. They're playing a doubleheader that has already begun here tonight at 5 p.m. And the Baysox fell 5-4 the final. Boy, in this 7-game losing streak, it feels like so many of Bowie's defeats have been by just one solo run. So once again, the first place teams, after the first half of the year, about 69 or so games, will play in the championship series to come against the second half champions. So halfway through the year, these numbers, as far as records, will be reset. In the Northeast, Somerset's got a 1.5-game lead. They're 23-12, a game and a half lead on Hartford. Of course, Bowie's opponent here tonight. The Yardgoats have won 4 in a row. They are 22-14 on the year. Every other team in the Northeast is below 500. Portland is 6 out at 17-18. Reading 6.5 back. New Hampshire at 16-19, 7 out. And Binghamton is 12 back. Akron and Richmond are tied for first in the Southwest at 21-15. Erie is 2 back at 19-17. Harrisburg is 4 out, Altoona 5 back, and the Baysox at 13-21, 7 out entering today's play. It's once again, we're about halfway through the first half of the year, if that makes sense. We're basically, in Preakness terms, we are at the quarter pole of the 2022 season. Of course, the Preakness will run tomorrow amidst immense heat here in Maryland. We're going to take one final break. When we return, it's time for starting lineups and tonight's first pitch. Bowie and Hartford coming up next on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. Coverage of the 2022 Bowie Baysox season is brought to you by Chesapeake Employers Insurance, DCA Imaging Systems, On the Green, Patient First, Royal Farms, Smile Doctors, and ZY Pyrotechnics. And now, live from the ballpark, it's time for Bowie Baysox Baseball.
We're ready to go from Prince George's Stadium. A beautiful rendition of tonight's national anthem by Sidney Brody of the Reed Temple Christian Academy as we're getting set for Game 4 in this 6-game series between the Hartford Yard Goats and your Bowie Baysox. Matt Sabatis and Adam Pohl with you from the ballpark in Bowie, and as Griffin McClarty warms on the mound for the Baysox, the starting lineup for the Yard Goats that he'll face looks like this. Leading off in left field, you've got Jimmy Herron, followed by Jack Blomgren at second base, batting second. Michael Tolia, the DH, bats third. Brenton Doyle is the center fielder. He's batting fourth. Aaron Schunk is at third base today, batting fifth. Willie McIver, the catcher, bats sixth. After McIver, it's Kyle Datris at first base, batting seventh. Nico Decolati is in right field, batting eighth. And rounding it out is Hunter Stovall, the shortstop, batting ninth. The Yard Goats are the AA affiliate of the Colorado Rockies. They're managed by Chris Denorfia, assisted by Blaine Beatty, Tom Soteris, Luis Lopez, and Mason Rook. Kelsey Brandstetter is the athletic trainer. Hartford, 22-14 on the season, a 4-game winning streak, 1.5 games out of first place in the Northeast Division. They trail only Somerset, who's in first. Once more, that lineup for the Goats: Herron, Blomgren, Tolia, Doyle, Schunk, McIver, Datris, Decolati, Stovall, all to face off against Griffin McClarty on the mound. Prince George's Stadium, 309 feet down the line to both left and right field, 405 feet to straightaway center. Not too much wind to be spoken of this evening on a wonderful night at the ballpark. An excellent turnout for the Read and Hit a Home Run reading program night. Plenty of school children, plenty of fans and their families all in town for today's matchup. As Jimmy Herron waits in the on-deck circle for Griffin McClarty to take a handful more of warm-up tosses. The Baysox actually waiting a little bit impatiently on the infield for the throw down from behind the dish. It finally gets in, and it'll go around the horn quickly before Herron can step into the batter's box. Small bits of shadows stretch across the left side of foul ground, a little bit onto fair territory behind third base, and mostly in the left field corner as we're getting set to go a little bit past 7:05 this evening. Should be such a fun and thrilling day here at the ballpark with an excellent turnout as McClarty foots the rubber and waits for Jimmy Herron to enter the box. Herron, a .246 average this season, .909 OPS, 5 home runs, 10 runs driven in, waits for the first offering. McClarty kicks and fires it on its way for a called strike on the outside half, and we're underway at 7:08 p.m. on an 87-degree, partly cloudy day here at Prince George's Stadium. McClarty winds and deals the next. It's swung on and missed. Fastball misses up and away, and the count 0-2. Herron 2 for 8 in this series. He does have a home run. He's not struck out. He's drawn 1 walk. Bases empty, nobody out here to get us started as McClarty tries for the K. The 0-2, swinging a liner into shallow center. In on it is Hall, but it bounces in for a base hit. Leadoff base runner for Hartford, and that's how things get started for the Yard Goats today. The Baysox and McClarty specifically have had their troubles with giving up the contact over the last few days. Connor Loprich allowed 5 hits over 4 innings and 4 runs in yesterday's game. Noah Denoyer gave up a key hit late, a go-ahead home run, a solo shot to lead off the 9th inning for Daniel Cope. It was a tie-breaking homer after a 4-4 deadlock for quite some time turned into a 5-4 Hartford lead. Here's Jack Blomgren, first pitch lasered foul, just over some of the caps of the Baysox dugout right side, and the count starts out at 0-1 on the hot-hitting infielder. Blomgren, just in his 4th AA game, has started 6 for 11 with 2 doubles, a homer, 5 runs driven in, only 2 strikeouts and 1 walk. He struck out both of the times yesterday. Pickoff throw to first. They were practicing some of those earlier today, but the toss is high, so there's no tag. We'll wait on the 0-1 to Blomgren. Again, an excellent turnout this evening here at Prince George's Stadium. As the 0-1 comes in, swing and a miss, chases on a breaking ball down, and the count goes to 0-2. But the Baysox currently on a 7-game losing streak, their longest of the season and longest since 2017 when they went on a 9-gamer. Since then, though, they have gone on 3 other 7-game losing streaks. They've just never extended it to 8. So the precedent says that, hey, maybe Bowie should be able to break out of this one today because it's happened before, and they can get out of it now. Runner at first, nobody out here in the top of the first inning, still a scoreless game. First inning was a lengthy one yesterday, a combined 5 runs across. 0-2 the count, pitch home, misses high, back pick to first. The throw is low, though, a little bit too far inside, so Andrew Dashbach at first base could not apply the tag in time. But Cody Roberts, he's got such a powerful arm. I think it was more on the fact that that fastball was just a little bit offline. Roberts wasn't able to set up the transfer as quickly as he may have liked. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Check swing, misses away a change, and the count goes even at 2 on Blomgren. But that first inning yesterday lasted over a half hour, and it had, as mentioned, 5 combined runs, 2 for Hartford, 3 for Bowie. The Baysox held the lead, but Hartford would jump ahead in the 4th with a 2-run home run. Here's the 2-2. Misses away. So back-to-back batters now that McClarty has started out 0-2. He lost Heron with the single, and now he's behind on Blomgren with the count running full. Right-hander sets. Fires the payoff, runner goes, and it's fouled off back to the screen. Pitch was in on the hands. We'll do it once more with Blomgren, who's only drawn 1 walk on full counts. It's actually only his 2nd full count all season. Again, it is only his 4th game, so you can understand that. But he drew a walk on his previous full count. That's been it. McClarty this season, 0 for 2 against opponents on full counts. He's only struck out 1 batter and walked 5. Let's see if Heron takes off again. He's only attempted 3 steals. Instead, a pickoff, and they got him! Heron hesitated to second for just that split second, and they nail him 1-3 on the pick. Heron retired after the leadoff single. For McClarty, that's his first pickoff this season, 2nd from starting pitchers for Bowie this year. And it changes this plate appearance just a little bit. Now instead of 1 on, none out, it's none on, 1 out. And still a full count on Blomgren. McClarty doesn't want to lose him. The pitch home. Misses high. He lost him. So a walk for Blomgren. That's the 2nd he's drawn this season since being called up at the start of this series. And he essentially replaces Heron at first, but now 1 gone. Defensive alignment for Bowie today. Shane Fontana, Adam Hall back in the game. Zach Watson from left to right in the outfield. On the infield, A.J. Graffinino is at 3rd base. Joey Ortiz at short. Jordan Westberg at 2nd. Andrew Dashbach at 1st. And Cody Roberts catches behind the plate for Griffin McClarty on the mound. Runner goes, first pitch, curveball, called strike, throw to 2nd, and they got him! Blomgren thrown out 2-6, and the Baysox doing it all against the base paths right now. That's Roberts' 6th caught stealing this season. Blomgren is retired on his first stolen base attempt of the year, and there's already 2 outs as Michael Tolia now has an 0-1 count. Next pitch, fastball called a strike, middle, and the count 0-2. Umpiring crew for today's game, Benjamin Wilson is at 3rd base. Kelvis Velez, the crew chief, is at 1st. And Jude Corey is calling the balls and strikes behind home, the 0-2. Swing and a miss, he got him. Spun a changeup inside, did McClarty. And he faces the minimum despite giving up 2 base runners, a pickoff and a caught stealing. We're on to the bottom of the 1st. Hartford comes up empty. The Baysox are coming on up. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org.
We're back into Prince George's Stadium for the bottom of the first inning here as Bowie got some excellent defense to keep Hartford off the board in the opening frame. And as Michael Baird warms on the mound for the Yard Goats here in the bottom half of the opening inning, the starting lineup for the Baysox that he'll face looks like this. Adam Hall leads things off. After a long stint on the injured list, he's in center field to open things up. Jordan Westberg is at second base batting second. Shane Fontana is in left field. He bats third. After Fontana, it's Joey Ortiz cleaning up at shortstop. Zach Watson in right field bats fifth. Andrew Dashbach at first base bats sixth. Cody Roberts, the catcher, seventh. A.J. Graffinino is at third base today, batting eighth. Maverick Hanley rounds out the lineup. The designated hitter bats ninth. The Baysox are the AA affiliate of the Baltimore Orioles. They're managed by Kyle Moore, assisted by Brandon Becker, Josh Conway, Tim DeJohn, Billy Facto, Chandler Geller. Calvin Christensen is the video coordinator. Lindsey Birchfield, athletic trainer. Bowie is 13-21 on the year, a seasons-long 7-game losing streak that they're bound to break out of soon. But right now, they're in last place in the Southwest Division, 7 games out of first, and 2 games out of the team ahead of them. That's Altoona in fifth. First pitch home from Michael Baird to Adam Hall, misses down, a ball to get us started. Once more, that lineup for Bowie, you've got Hall, Westberg, Fontana, Ortiz, Watson, Dashbach, Roberts, Graffinino, Hanley, all to face Michael Baird on the mound. Next pitch, curveball misses high. Count goes to 2-0. So Hall had appeared in 15 games this season before hitting the injured list around the start of this month. He's hitting .306 with a .744 OPS and loops this one out toward left center field for a base hit, splitting the gap. Picked on the warning track by Doyle. Hall turns the corner to second as the throw gets in late. It's a lead-off double for Hall, his 4th of the season. Welcome back, big guy. Bowie has a runner in scoring position to start the first. Here's Jordan Westberg. This is Adam Hall's first game since May 1st, when he went 1 for 4 against Richmond. So you can say he's got hits in back-to-back games now. And it'll be on Westberg to try and drive him in. First base plays pinched in, right side. First pitch home, misses away, and the count starts out at 1-0. Meanwhile, the pull side for Westberg, he shoots it there 47% of the time. The pull side is played a little bit deep. Runner at second, nobody out here in the bottom of the first inning. An excellent day for some baseball at Prince George's Stadium. As Baird fires the next, and Westberg watches high, back pick to second. The throw is late, but it was actually a little close as Hall stepped in, did not slide. The throw just didn't get there. And there's something wrong with Baird, as they've got the manager Chris DeNorfia and now the athletic trainer Kelsey Brandstetter coming out with a towel at the very least to look at him. Home plate umpire Jude Corey is coming out as well, and now here comes pitching coach Blaine Beatty. I'm not sure what this specifically could be, if it's just the towel, if he noticed something and signaled for the dugout. I didn't see anything. I was focused more so on the back pick over to second base. But for now, it's a 2-0 count on Jordan Westberg, as Michael Baird has only fired 1 strike so far, and that pitch was served to left center field for a double. For now, Baird looks like he will stay in the game. The athletic trainer didn't actually touch anything, just hung around for a little bit, checked to make sure he was okay, and this does not count as an official mound visit. I know that's one of the things that we don't follow too much these days, but it does not count as an official mound visit. Home plate umpire made very sure of that. Because, again, it was for a potential injury-related reason, so you can't fault a team for that. But now here's Westberg back in with a 2-0 count. Here's the first pitch. Breaking ball called a strike on the lower outside corner. Count goes to 2-1. Westberg on the season, a .216 average, a .772 OPS. 11 doubles, no triples, 6 homers, 12 runs driven in. That doubles mark is up there among the league's leaders. As the 2-1 comes in, and it, called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone. Thought it would go for ball, but the changeup just hit a little bit on the top half of the ball there, and the count goes even at 2. Westberg this season has the third most doubles in the league with his 11 two-baggers. Right now, a runner at second, a base hit, a single would probably drive him in. The 2-2. Westberg watches called strike 3 on a slider. And after working ahead at 2-0, he goes down on 3 consecutive called strikes. First out of the inning for Michael Baird, first strikeout as well. Defensive alignment for Hartford here. You've got Jimmy Herron in left field, Brenton Doyle in center, Nico Decolati in right. Aaron Schunk is at third base, Hunter Stovall at short, Jack Blomgren at second, Kyle Datris at first, and Willie McIver is the catcher behind the plate for Michael Baird on the mound. Here's Shane Fontana, first pitch, misses wide, and the count starts out at 1-0. Michael Baird is a 2'10", right-hander, 26 years old, and 6 feet 5 inches tall from Parker, Colorado. Minor league free agent signing in 2021, originally pitched in the Cardinals organization. He fires the next pitch and it misses wide, 2-0 on Fontana. Baird on the season has only made 4 appearances and all of them in relief. 9 innings, 3 earned runs total, holding opponents to a 182 average. He struck out 12, has not walked a soul yet. Here's the 2-0. Fontana watches down and in the count to 3-0. Shane Fontana, a 266 average this season, an 834 OPS. Both numbers have been climbing steadily here in the month of May. His numbers in May, 282, 863. He's got 3 doubles, 3 homers, 12 runs driven in. Here's the 3-0. Fontana watches down and in for ball 4. So a 4-pitch walk. That's his 20th free pass this season. And as I said, Baird had not walked a single batter all year until this very moment. Bowie has done this to plenty of pitchers this season, and a lot of it has been spearheaded by Gunnar Henderson. And if you noticed, when I read through the lineup, Henderson was not to be found. It's his first day off of the year. Some people, when the lineup got posted on social media today, immediately speculated, oh, he's up to AAA. Oh, he's going to Norfolk. No, he's in the clubhouse. He's taken 1 day off. He deserves it. Here's Joey Ortiz. First pitch misses down, and the count starts out at 1-0. Look, he very much deserves a call up to AAA in the very near future, but that's up to the Baltimore Orioles, and for now, he's played 34 consecutive games. He deserves a day. Here's the 1-0 to Ortiz. Called a strike on the inside edge, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Ortiz on the season, a 212 average, 650 OPS, 7 doubles, a triple, 2 home runs, 17 runs driven in for Bowie. His numbers also doing pretty good here in the month of May, a 250 average and an 825 OPS. Runner at second, 1 away, the 1-1. Lofted in the air on the infield, left side. Schunk makes the call and the catch at third base. There's 2 gone. So Bowie gets the leadoff double, and now they're down to their final out. Hartford in their usual road gray uniforms, gray pants. The Hartford with the Yard Goats logo on the front side, a blue cap. And the Baysox are wearing a specialty jersey tonight to celebrate the state of Maryland. Designed by Lucy Miyamoto, a student at Mayo Elementary School, a part of the Read and Hit a Home Run program. The jerseys will be worn today and tomorrow and are currently up for bids on a silent auction through the Live Source app. Here's the first pitch to Zach Watson, a swing and a miss on a slider down and away. Count opens up at 0-1 on Watson, who's batting 187 with a 544 OPS this year. But it's a very nice jersey, has the Maryland flag on both sleeves, and a lovely drawing of a crab catching a wave on the front side, and then a crab full profile on the backside. 0-1 pitch. Misses away on Watson, and the count goes even at 1. So again, if you're listening and you want to bid on the jerseys, all proceeds from the auction will benefit Mayo Elementary School. You download the Live Source app on your phone, set your location to Bowie, Maryland, and you can join in on the auction. Here's the 1-1. Watson swings and misses through a changeup. Count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. And if you listen to our pregame show with promo and marketing coordinator Danny Fox, she gave you the lowdown on all of that. Let you know that the app will alert you if you've been outbid on a specific jersey. They will be signed by the players after this weekend as well. A ball and 2 strikes with a runner at second and first, and 2 away. Next pitch misses down and away. Count goes even at 2 on Watson. And all the hullabaloo, I forgot that Shane Fontana drew that walk. So, yeah, he's still at first base. Don't forget that. As Bowie and Hartford are still scoreless here in the bottom of the first inning. Baysox trying not to squander a leadoff double. The 2-2, swing and a miss, and that's just what happens. Watson chases on a breaking ball down as Baird escapes the dangerous jam. A leadoff double from Adam Hall in his return to the lineup, and Bowie can't get anything from it. We're on to the second here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox and the Yard Goats are scoreless. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
We're on in the second inning here in Bowie as the Baysox and the Yard Goats are both scoreless. Each side getting some early base runners, but unable to get anything from any of them. They each got two. Bowie left one stranded in scoring position after a leadoff double, while Hartford sent the minimum to the plate thanks to a pickoff and a caught stealing. First pitch to Brenton Doyle misses down and away a breaking ball. 1-0 to start on the center fielder. Doyle, a .235 average, .710 OPS, does have a home run in this series. Next pitch home from McClarty is swung on and missed high. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Here's the next. Slider misses down and away, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Doyle. So it's Doyle, Aaron Shunk, and Willie McIver due up in this half inning for Hartford. They've made a lot of lineup changes over the past couple of days as well. Today's lineup for Bowie is the most drastic they've seen it this season. Here's the 2-1, misses inside, and the count goes to 3 balls and a strike. And again, a lot of it has to do for Bowie just getting Gunnar Henderson a day off. They've been very short-handed. They're very glad to have Adam Hall back so they can put him back in the top of the lineup. So Henderson and Hudson Haskin each get the day off. They've been playing a ton. The 3-1 lifted out to deep left. That one's going to get out. Fontana stops at the warning track and watches it clear the signs. A solo home run for Brenton Doyle, his 6th of the season and 2nd in this series, gives Hartford the early 1-0 advantage. 96 miles an hour off the bat, but the more important number, 409 feet away from home plate for the right-hander. Doyle had what was going to be a pinch hit home run in the 4th, but he was actually just a straight switch for Jamison Hanna, who's since been placed on the injured list. So he's got home runs in back-to-back games now as Aaron Shunk steps in. For McClarty, that's already the 3rd home run he's given up this season in just over 6 innings of work at the AA level. Here's right-hander Shunk, first pitch. Slider misses down and away for a ball. Count starts out at 1-0. And I mentioned it, McClarty has been pitching to a lot of contact already in the early goings this season. These things could have happened from time to time as the 1-0 is bounced foul. Third base side, count goes even at a ball and a strike. And Adam Hall being activated today for Bowie does highlight a coming storm for the Baysox. More of an approaching problem, if you want to describe it that way, is that they will need to make a lot of moves and some tough decisions in the next few days. The 1-1 called a strike on the lower outside corner of fastball. Count goes even at a ball and 2 strikes. because right now Bowie does have 27 players active on their roster, one below the league maximum. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Curveball bounced over to third. Shifting to his right is Graffinino. He gloves, fires. It's low, but picked on the bounce by Andrew Dashbach at first. In time for the 5-3 putout. Good range by Graffinino in the hot corner. First time we've seen him on the left side of the infield this season. He played at second base in his only other game before Bowie. That was against Reading during the doubleheader. But once Bowie gets back to full strength from their rotation, they'll have to clear up a handful of slots because Zach Peak will need to come back, Drew Rom will need to come back, and then eventually Cameron Bishop will also need to come back. Here's the first pitch to Willie McIver. Misses down. No caller for strike one on the bottom edge of the zone, 0-1. McIver, a .213 average, 792 OPS, 7 doubles, 8 homers, 21 runs driven in. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Chases on a fastball away. He was expecting high, and the count goes to 0-2. But yeah, Bowie has 3 pitchers currently listed on their injured list that will be clearing up soon. Both Drew Rom and Zach Peak threw simulated games today. Here's the 0-2. Misses wide, a fastball. Count goes to 1-2. They threw sim games against just 3 Baysox batters, Adam Hall, Maverick Hanley, and A.J. Graffinino. Sat through it, watched him, and looked to go very, very well. Talked with Kyle Moore afterwards. He said he liked everything he saw. As the next pitch moves inside on McIver, count goes to 2-2. And from what I understand, Cameron Bishop is scheduled to throw one of his own tomorrow. And Bishop is one of those pitchers for Bowie that has been riding the line between regular reliever and routine piggybacker. So you really want him on a schedule too. The 2-2 pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him. Went with a fastball middle, and McIver still expecting high. That's the second strikeout for Griffin McClarty today. 2 away here in the top of the second. But the point that I'm making is that when Bowie clears those 3 off of the injured list specifically, they will have to make some tough decisions. At the very least, 2 players on roster will have to be deactivated in some capacity, whether they're moved around to somewhere else in the organization or put on the development list, whatever. First pitch to Kyle Datris, crushed out to left center field and deep. Hall on the run, and this one's out. Another solo home run for Hartford here in the second inning. This one by Datris, his 3rd of the season. 94 miles an hour off of the bat, 399 feet away from home plate. And 2 home runs in the frame, double up the Hartford lead, 2-0. So 4 home runs allowed by McClarty this season. That ties a career high. He gave up 2 home runs in his Double-A debut against Richmond back on the 1st of May. Here's Nico Decolati. First pitch home. Decolati watches curveball called for strike on the outside edge. Count opens up at 0-1. But it is just nice to see Bowie is getting some of their strength back, especially in the form of Adam Hall, as the 0-1 is swung on and missed high. Count quickly to 0-2. Because Hall had been out for just a little over 2 weeks, especially when he was hitting so well, and he's already hit well to start today's game, had the double to open the bottom of the first. Here's the 0-2. Misses down a change, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Decolati. Decolati only .205 this season, a .571 OPS, a double, no homers, 5 runs driven in. He struck out only 8 times and walked 7 times. Here's the 1-2. Misses down, and the count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes. Well, I said it in pregame. At best, this is going to be a battle of the bullpens. At worst, teams will have to scramble to find pitchers. I still think it's just going to be a simple battle of the bullpens as the 2-2 misses away. Count runs full on Decolati. This is the second full count that McClarty has worked today. He walked Jack Blomgren back in the first inning.
And it can't help that you have these extended rosters now with deeper bullpens for games like this.
Right-hander sets, shook off 1 pitch, kicks and fires the payoff, and it's in there for strike 3. Placed the changeup in the lower outside corner, perfect positioning. And that's the third strikeout for Griffin McClarty to end the inning. Unfortunately, though, 2 solo home runs for Hartford give them the advantage. A solo shot by Doyle to open the frame, and then one by Kyle Datris with 2 outs. And as we go to the bottom of the second, the Baysox need to get the offense going. They trail 2-0. We're back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional, organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
First pitch to Andrew Dashbach as we move on to the bottom of the second inning. This is down and away for a ball. It's 1-0 to get things started. As Bowie trails 2-0 here at Prince George's Stadium, it'll be Dashbach, Cody Roberts, A.J. Graffinino due up next pitch. Called a strike on the wide outside edge, and that's some of those that we saw from Jude Corey the other day. A little bit wide, especially against some of these right-handers, and Dashbach might have to compensate. The 1-1. Swing and a miss on a slider, misses on the lower outside corner, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes here. Dashbach, a 176 average, 731 OPS, a double, no triples, 5 homers, 11 runs driven in. Here's the 1-2 offering. Swing and a miss, chases on that same slider, and he's down on strikes. That's the 3rd strikeout for Michael Baird today. 1 gone here in the second inning. Bowie had a big chance in the bottom of the first. Got a leadoff double from Adam Hall, but couldn't advance him anywhere. And now here's Cody Roberts. And a very cloudy, humid day here at Prince George's Stadium. Not heavy clouds, not overcast, but very spotty and just covering the sky. First pitch to Cody Roberts, called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-1. Roberts, a 232 average this season for Bowie, 661 OPS, 4 doubles, 2 homers, 14 driven in. 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss, curveball down, and the count to 0-2. Baird keeping it low on the zone in this inning. It worked out for him against Dashbach, and it's already got him ahead, 0-2 on Roberts, so he might as well stick with it. Roberts is going to step out of the box and break up the rhythm for just a quick moment. Here's the 0-2 offering. This is down and away. Roberts had no issue laying off of that one, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the second inning. Bowie down by 2, trying to avoid losing their 8th consecutive game. Here's the 1-2 pitch. Roberts takes a late swing on a pitch inside and just rolls it over foul right side. Count stays. If it does happen, and it would be unfortunate, but if the Baysox lose their 8th in a row, it would be the longest losing streak since they lost 9 consecutive games in June of 2017. Here's the 1-2. Popped up, right side, foul ground, just in front of first base. Ranging on at the catcher. McIver gloves it after shedding the mask, 2 away. So still only 1 base hit for Bowie, and it was the leadoff double in the first inning. So now here's A.J. Graffinino. The second time we've really gotten to talk about him so far this season. Got brought up during the Reading series. Filled the slot for Dylan Harris when Harris got called up to AAA Norfolk. First pitch home to the left-hander is called a strike on the upper outside corner. It's 0-1. So Graffinino went 0 for 3 in his first game. That was against the Fightins. He struck out once. He did appear in a different game as a pinch runner and scored a run, but didn't make a plate appearance. Here's the 0-1. That's a wide called strike. Bowie saw those a little bit 2 nights ago when Corey was behind the plate, and they've made a return as that pitch was out of the zone. But Graffinino, he's had a quiet season. Hasn't gotten as much time as he might like, as this pitch is fouled off left side, tailing out of play and getting about 10 rows deep. Count will hold. He only made appearances in 7 games over the first 6 weeks of the season between AAA Norfolk and then High A Aberdeen. He was in Aberdeen, went to Norfolk, then came down to Bowie. He went 2 for 13 in 4 games with the Tides. Both hits were singles. He watches the next pitch up and away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Again, bases empty, 2 away here in the bottom of the second. Bowie down 2-0. Baird winds and deals the next. Bounced hard over to first, and that eats up the first baseman, Datris. Can he get it to first in time? He does. Pitcher was covering. The 3-1 putout is saved. Nearly an error, but Graffinino just can't get there. And it's a 3-up, 3-down inning for Michael Baird. We move on to the third at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie trails 2-0. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
Scroll on to the third inning here at Prince George's Stadium as Bowie trails 2-0. Griffin McClarty gave up 2 solo home runs in the last inning, and he'll try to avoid that now as Hunter Stovall leads off the frame. We hand it off to Adam.
Well, thank you, Matt. As McClarty, who began the year in Aberdeen, he had the month of April in Aberdeen, winds and delivers, and a good fastball strike on the inside half of the plate. And the count is 0-1. He made 3 appearances in Aberdeen. Now tonight, his 4th with AA Bowie. The pitch, and it is just maybe a little bit above the belt, very close, when a fastball, and the count evens at 1-1. Stovall, a .212 hitter on the year, right-handed batter. Pitch, and it's off speed and missing down and away. So this is 9-1-2 in the Yard Goats order. And McClarty trying to keep the Baysox in the game early. The pitch, and a breaking ball misses in, ball 3. Last year, McClarty spent the majority of the year with Class A Delmarva, but did finish with 6 appearances in Aberdeen. As a fastball is lifted foul out of play right side, and they count 3-2. Well, really, when you look at it, he did not spend all that much time at the High A level. 9 appearances before making his way here to Bowie. 3-2 to the 9-hole hitting Stovall, and a swing and a foul and a line to the screen. He went right after him with a 92-mile-an-hour fastball. On deck, Jimmy Herron, and then Jack Blomgren, new to this Hartford club here this week, who's had a great series. The payoff pitch coming, and another lifted foul out of play, this time to the right side. Beautiful fastball at the knees, right near the outside corner, but Stovall was able to reach out over the plate and waste it. 2-0 Hartford in the top of the third. A deep breath, and the Bowie right-hander throws. And it's off the outside, an off-speed pitch, ball 4. So it is a third consecutive inning that McClarty has not been able to retire the leadoff hitter. And now Jimmy Herron, who singled the lead off the ballgame, but then got picked off by the Baysox right-hander, will step to the plate. Herron played just 5 games last year, so obviously nobody played in 2020, right? So he only played 5 games in the span of 2 years. As here's the pitch. And a breaking ball lifted foul back to the top of the screen. And that count is 0-1. This is the 24th game of the year for Herron, and that's a big number for him. Began the year injured last season, finally got healthy, and he actually hurt himself in Hartford in a series against the Baysox. As McClarty's ready, and he throws. And a ball lifted foul, good breaking ball. And it's into the seats, straight back out of play. And the count is 0-2. Well, one of the real stars of Bowie's outstanding 2021 season, and Pat Dorian hit a ball deep to left field. And Herron went crashing into the outfield wall and was injured. As he swings and lifts a pop-up, it sounded like he broke his bat. Backpedaling the shortstop Ortiz to make the catch. And the shallow left field grass. One retired. And now Jack Blomgren will stand in. Now, could that be any more frustrating? You miss an entire year due to the pandemic. You're injured to start the next year. You finally get back on the field. And about a week in your 5th game, out for the year. That's great to see Herron back and playing day in and day out. As here's Blomgren, right-handed hitter pitch, and a fastball missing up high. And they count 1 ball and no strikes. Bowie is really playing to pull here. The second baseman for the Baysox in Westberg is right up the middle. You have to have 2 infielders on either side at the AA level of the infield. Pitch and a breaking ball strike to even the count here at 1-1. Boy, we would love to see a ground ball here against Blomgren, who has been a tough out. 6 for 11 is Blomgren with a homer and 5 driven in, and this his first series of the year. Pitch, and he's beaten by a McClarty fastball. 91 on the radar gun. And the count is 1-2. Now that was not the fastest of fastballs McClarty has thrown tonight, but Blomgren was way behind it. As Blomgren tosses away his elbow guard angrily and gets ready, to see a 1-2 pitch. As McClarty, a long pause, he throws. And he beat him with another fastball. A swing and a miss, strike 3. It's the 4th strikeout of the ball game for McClarty. That was 92 on the gun. And there's 2 down in the inning for the DH in Michael Tolia. Tolia, big-time power hitter. Although he's had a tough series, in for the left side here. He's 1 for 13 in this series. Yes, here's the pitch. And he takes a fastball strike on the outside corner. And they count 0-1. Tolia, twice drafted by the Rockies, signed as their first-round pick in 2019. 23rd overall pick of that year's draft. The pitch. And it's very low. And they count even 0-1 and a strike. I bet you just about every Oriole fan could guess who the Orioles pick was in that round of that draft. Baltimore had the number 1 pick, and his name, Adley Rutschman. The clock ticking for Adley's debut. You'd think right now, pitch, swing and a miss and a high fastball. And they count 1-2. Now last year, remember, Hartford is the Rockies affiliate. Last year, the Major League All-Star game was at Coors Field in Denver, Colorado. And Tolia played in the Futures game. A 1-2 coming. And he fouls one, a fastball, and a line back to the screen. What a moment it was for Tolia when he hit a homer in the Futures game of what was the parent affiliate for him, his Major League organization's ballpark, on national television. I mean, that was quite a moment for Tolia. As a look to first, and diving back to the back safely is Stovall. So Stovall walked to open this inning, but he's still at first here with 2 down. Hartford leads 2-0 in the top of the 3rd inning. 2 solo homers for the Goats in the second. And this here may be the most powerful hitter for Hartford at the plate. Pitch coming. And it's just a little bit low with a changeup. And the count is 2-2. Tolia didn't just hit that homer in the Futures game last year. He hit 22 home runs last season. He's got 5 homers and 20 driven in this year. Westberg swung around to the pull side, the second baseman with a left-handed hitter up. 2-2 coming. And a swing and a miss. It was grazed into the mid of the catcher, Roberts. He got him with a fastball. So that heater is really playing tonight for McClarty. He battles back after the leadoff walk. And we go to the last of the 3rd. 2-0 Hartford on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity, to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
Nitro Circus is back with an all-new tour coming to Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Fueled by new athletes, new tricks, and the craziest contraptions, the Good, Bad, and Rad Tour presented by A-Shop marries the sketchy, scary, and cringe-worthy dangers of big air action sports to the hilarious comedy of Nitro's lunatic daredevils who risked their lives to send it. Bowie, it's going down at Prince George's Stadium on Sunday, June 5th. Tickets as low as $35 are on sale now at Baysox.com.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
Well, it's 2-0 Hartford. We head to the bottom of the 3rd inning. We talked a little bit about the fact that this is more than likely going to be a bullpen game. And right out of the gate, that is the case. We got a new pitcher who is coming in here for Hartford after Michael Baird allowed no runs on a hit in 2 innings, striking out 3. So Trent Fennell is coming into the game. Fennell is in his 8 outings prior, 7 of which out of the pen. He's got no record and a 6.23 ERA. 17 1/3 innings. He's only allowed 13 hits, but he's walked 15 batters. Here's Maverick Hanley, right-handed hitter. And now the pitch. And it's well upstairs, about head high, ball 1. It's rare to see a pitcher that walks more batters than hits that he allows. But that's the case for Fennell this year as a breaking ball cuts across the plate. And the count evens at 1-1 here to Hanley. You want to be patient at the plate. Hanley's been a very aggressive hitter at times in this series. The 1-1 coming. Breaking ball line, down the line in left, and it's a fair ball as it dips into the corner. And Maverick Hanley is into second with a stand-up double. Well, you love to see it. You got an off-speed pitch, and Hanley gets an extra base hit to open this third inning. And that is his third double of the year. And now Adam Hall, making his return to the Baysox lineup tonight, will stand in. Well, you had to feel for Hall, who had such a great start to the year, hitting .310 in the month of April. But after playing in the opening game of May, he has been sidelined. And he's back in tonight playing in center field. As here's the pitch. And a breaking ball, and he hit him with it. And hopefully Hall's okay, as he's going to walk around the precipice of the plate area and now tosses the bat away. The pitcher as well in Fennell had kind of an awkward release of that baseball. In fact, it looked like Fennell stumbled a little bit. His landing point, he didn't really hit it, if that makes sense. And now the Baysox are in business for a second time today. Bowie had 2 men on and 1 man out in the first inning, but they did not score. And now they've got 2 men on, nobody out, trailing 2-0 here in the bottom of the third inning. Griffin McLarty, the Baysox starter, has allowed 2 runs while striking out 5 in 3 innings. And a right-hander is up and throwing in the Bowie pen here right now. Might be Jensen Elliott getting loose for the Baysox down the right field line. Westberg batting 2 on, nobody out. The Baysox looking to rally. Fennell throws. Fastball inside. And all of a sudden, right out of the gate, you're seeing Fennell, a right-handed pitcher, missing in consistently on these right-handed hitters. Yeah, Westberg's the guy that can do some damage. They're going to turn and look back Hanley. And the runner at second dives back in safely with a right hand. You know, Westberg's had an interesting season. The batting average is not what he would like it to be at .214, but the OPS it's up there, 766, as he takes a breaking ball cutting off the outside, and it counts 2-0. He's got 27 hits this year, and incredibly 17 of them are extra base hits. That's an astonishing number. He's got 11 doubles, 6 home runs, and he's only got 10 singles. The 2-0 coming. And a breaking ball, big cut, and a foul back to the screen. Boy, Gunnar didn't miss it by much, or I should say, excuse me, Jordan didn't miss it by much. And that count is 2-1. Westberg, I mean, how many guys have you ever seen more than a month in a year who have more doubles than singles? But when he hits it, he rips it. Pitch coming. And a breaking ball drilled down the line in left. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's a fair ball and a home run. And it did not take long. The Baysox greeting Fennell rudely. And the 3-run jack by Westberg, his 7th of the year, has put the Baysox on top 3-2. Boy, he got an off-speed pitch, and he crushed it. And it just did stay fair, right down the left field line. And all of a sudden, this game feels quite a bit different, does it not? You know, when you're a team struggling, especially facing a team like Hartford that's red hot, and you fall behind early, as here's the pitch, and Fontana takes down low, and the count is 1-0. You know, you can start to get that feeling like, uh-oh, here we go again. But Westberg has taken that out of the equation with one swing. As a fastball is off the plate, it's up and away, and it's 2-0 to Fontana. And you can tell Fennell right now is really laboring. Fontana walked his first time up. The pitch, and he takes a fastball right down the middle for a strike. Fontana's got an .834 OPS entering tonight. What a year it's been for him. I mean, that's 80 points better than his career OPS. Pitch, and he swings and lifts a foul. Out of play left side. And the count is now 2-2. Boy, Fontana got a good rip. He was right on that fastball. And that was a 93-mile-an-hour heater. So Fennell is set at the bell, and he delivers. And a fastball, a late swing, but it's slashed foul into the screen that hangs above the Hartford dugout. Boy, so many balls go into that part of the netting, and you think about all the years at Prince George's Stadium that netting was not here. That would have been a screamer into the seats right there. 2-2 coming. And a line drive base hit into right center. Over to cut it off, the right fielder, Deco Lotti. An aggressive turn by Fontana, but he puts on the brakes. And the Baysox now have seen the first 4 batters reach in this third inning. They've scored 3 times, and my goodness, they might not be done for yet. There's still nobody out. And here is Joey Ortiz. Slightly open stance, in from the right side. And here's the pitch. And a fastball is too tall. Ball 1 about chest high. Ortiz is trying to join a former collegiate teammate in the big leagues with Baltimore. And he went to New Mexico State. How about that? As now the 1-0. And a breaking ball line towards the alley in left center. It's down, and it's going to roll for a while. Herron is able to cut it off, heading to third, and now holding up Fontana, as sliding into second is Ortiz with a double. And a great job there by Baysox manager Kyle Moore of holding Fontana, because he had his foot mashed firmly against the gas as he turned third to try to score. As now Blaine Beatty, the longtime former Baysox pitching coach, who is now in his, I believe, 3rd year with the Rockies organization, is going to go out to talk things over here with Fennell. 3 runs are in, runners are at second and third, and nobody is out. But Joey Ortiz, when he was drafted by the Orioles, there were 2 other, actually only 1 at the time, but there ended up after a trade being 2 other New Mexico State players in the system. And one of them is on the Orioles right now, and that would be one of the new starters in the big leagues for Baltimore, in Kyle Bradish, who made a short stint with the Baysox last year. Bradish, frankly, would have been, I believe, a longtime Baysox in the 2020 season. That was kind of the year that he was due to pitch at the AA level. But here is Zach Watson. Hartford's going to bring the infield in a bit. They're about halfway in. And here's the pitch. And it's off the inside. A fastball, ball 1. You know what is music to Bowie's ears right now is the fact that the Hartford bullpen is completely barren. The way Bowie's swinging it against Fennell. Pitch. And a swing and a lifted fly ball to left. Herron in medium depth left makes the catch. Runner for the plate. Here's a throw, a slide, and he's safe. A headlong slide by Fontana. Boy, aggressive base running, and it really paid off. A sac fly by Watson, and Ortiz heads up into third with that throw all the way going to the plate. No way it was getting cut off. And on a bang play, Watson, or I should say Fontana, slides in safely. And Bowie has hung 4 on the board in the 3rd inning, leading 4-2. And now Hartford will bring the infield all the way in. Runner at third, 1 down, Andrew Dashbach. Now to the plate, the 7th hitter of the frame. And here's the pitch, and he takes a fastball down, ball 1. So this is a spot where you'd love to see the ball hit fair, right? With the infield in, a chance to bring home a run with an out, or only, because there's only 1 out. That's now the 1-0. And it's in the dirt, a breaking ball, ball 2. Dashbot, incredibly though, has struck out or walked in 61% of his plate appearances this year. The good part of it is that he walks a ton. And now he's ahead in the count here, 2-0 against Fennell. Here's the pitch. Swing and a lifted foul out of play right side. Fennell busted him with a fastball in right on the hands of Dashbach. 4 runs are in this inning. And the Baysox have their first lead of the night. Infield in, 2-1 coming. And there's a ball driven to center. Back on it, Doyle to his right to make the catch. But it's well deep enough to allow Ortiz to tag and score. So Ortiz's ability to tag and get third base on the sac fly prior to left pays big time dividends. And a sac fly to center has made it a 5-2 Bowie lead. It's the little things in the game of baseball that can bring you a big insurance run. Heron, the left fielder, on the fly ball by Watson, came in maybe a step or two, made the catch, and with nobody out, Bowie sent him as there's a swing and a chopper to third off the bat of Cody Roberts as Shunk throws across the diamond in time, and it ends what is a big inning for Bowie. So the Baysox get a 3-run homer off the bat of Jordan Westberg, and it kickstarts a 5-run rally. On to the 4th we go. Bowie 5, Hartford 2 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Well, both starting pitchers are out of this ball game now as Griffin McClarty departs 3 innings, 3 hits, 2 runs allowed, walking 2 and striking out 5. And we're going to see the right-hander Jensen Elliott now, who enters the game in what will be his 4th Double-A appearance. And he'll face cleanup hitter Brenton Doyle, who homered his last time up. As here's the pitch, and it's in there, a strike with a fastball near the outside corner, strike 1. Elliott in High A Aberdeen to open the year, the Oklahoma State product, as a breaking ball dives down and away, and the count 1-1. A player that battled through a lot of arm troubles in his collegiate tenure, but still worked his way to the pro game. As a reaching swing at an off-speed pitch down, and Doyle comes up empty in the count 1-2. And now here is Elliott, who was a 19th round pick of the Orioles 3 years ago, reaching the Double-A level as a breaking ball tap lightly foul behind the plate. With Bowie, Elliott had a tough debut against Harrisburg. He allowed 5 runs, 4 of which earned in 2 innings, and he allowed 9 hits, which is really a big number. Pitch coming. And it's a little bit low. A 93-mile-an-hour fastball. And the count evening 2-2 to Doyle. But boy, did he bounce back on May 10th. 4 scoreless innings against Reading. And he misses off the outside. A fastball, ball 3. Now, in his last 2 outings, he's allowed 2 runs on 8 hits in 6 innings. He's pitched very well. 3-2 coming. And it's a cold strike 3. He got him at the knees, right over the heart of the plate. And Doyle down on strikes. That's a big first out to open your evening and try to keep the momentum in Bowie's corner. Baysox scoring 5 runs in the bottom of the 3rd inning. As here is Aaron Shunk. And Elliott delivers well off the outside. A fastball missing badly down and away, ball 1. Well, Elliott went through Tommy John surgery at Oklahoma State. Pitch coming. And it's down and away, ball 2. Comes from a great baseball family. His brother Jake, drafted by the White Sox, and currently in the Blue Jays organization. In fact, Jake Elliott has played in this league this year. As there's a chopper left side, high second up Ortiz. A step in the outfield grass, throw off the bag, and they got the tag. Boy, Dashbach is an outstanding first baseman. He was able to pick a low Graffinino throw on a ground ball by Shunk earlier. And there Ortiz decided, instead of trying to pick a short hop charging it, that he was going to play a high second hop, and it meant he'd have to get rid of it and make a long throw from a step in the outfield grass quickly. And even though the throw was off the bag, Dashbach made the play as a breaking ball wide off the outside. Ball 1 to Willie McIver. Sometimes a first baseman will try to stretch and fall off the bag there. Just doing everything you can to stay on it as a breaking ball stays in, ball 2. But Dashbach knew that the throw was going to beat the runner Shunk by a good ways. As here it comes. And a swing and a ground ball pulled foul. Third base side, and the count 2-1. And with that, Dashbach came off of the bag, caught it, and then with a sweeping tag, got Shunk out. 5-2, Bowie leads, 2 outs, nobody on in the top of the 4th inning. As Elliott delivers. Off speed and cut on and missed. Strike 2. That's a great pitch. 79 miles an hour. And the count is 2-2. The pitch. And a changeup is tapped lightly foul near the Hartford dugout on the third base side. So McIver is the 6-hole hitter, but he is also the team's leader with 8 homers on the year, and he's got 21 runs driven in. Now, he's been a big force offensively. The pitch, and a breaking ball veers well off the plate, down and away, and the count runs full. That's a pitch Elliott wanted to start in the zone and have it cut off the plate to entice a swing, but it started out of the zone to begin with. 3-2 coming. And a ground ball base hit through the right side of the infield. A fastball down the middle, and McIver is on with a 2-out single. Westberg was shaded towards the middle, and it left the right side of the infield open, and McIver with a hard ground ball, in fact 103 miles an hour off the bat, and Bowie had no play on it. And now Kyle Datris, who hit a home run earlier in this game, will step to the plate, right-handed hitter pitch, and he takes a fastball just missing, maybe a bit low. Looked like it had the outside corner, and they count 1-0. For Datras, his third home run of the year in this, his 24th game. As Jensen delivers. And a chopper left side, Ortiz to his left gloving, flipping the short route to second, ahead of the sliding McIver, and with it the inning is over. So a 2-out single and nothing more. The Baysox get the shutdown inning after a 5-run third. We head to the bottom of the fourth. It's 5-2 Bowie on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com.
Be sure to get to the ballpark on Friday, June 17th for a jam-packed night of promotions and fun at Prince George's Stadium. It all starts with fireworks presented by DCA Imaging Systems. It's our mother and son night out with special ticket packages available at BaysoxShop.com. And most importantly, it's the Scouts BSA Campout. When you purchase a special ticket, you and your scout can camp out in the outfield at Prince George's Stadium after the game. It all happens on Friday, June 17th, so find out more and get your tickets now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
Welcome back here to Bowie as we head to the bottom of the fourth inning. And the Baysox have a 5-2 lead. Here's A.J. Graffinino, one of the newcomers, as he takes a stride. A fastball near the outside or on the outside corner. And the count is 0-1. 8-9-1 to bat for Bowie in the fourth. Fennell throws, and it's off speed and away. And they count 1-1. Now this is one of these aspects of a game like this. You've got a bullpen game. You have a pitcher that gives up 5 runs in an inning, and they got to go right back out there. As there's a fastball into the hands of Graffinino, and he fouls it out of play into the general admission seats left side. And the count 1-2. Graffinino getting action in his third game with Bowie of the year. Pitch coming. And he takes strike 3, a fastball on the outside corner. So that's a first strikeout for Fennell tonight. And now the man that really sparked everything, Maverick Handley, is going to come to the plate. And you just had to feel so good for Handley to lead off the last inning and give Bowie such a boost in what now is a big time of the game.
Yeah, with the way that Bowie's been platooning some of these guys, he hasn't gotten in consistently. He's playing well.
As there's a deep drive to right. Decolati back, but with room, he'll make the catch on the edge of the warning track. Boy, Maverick, you give him a first pitch fastball. He's got the go sign, and he nearly left the ballpark there, 2 down. And now Adam Hall will come to the plate. And it's always good to be batting for a third time in the fourth inning. And that is what Hall is doing here. 1 for 1 with a hit by pitch and a run scored today. 5-2, Bowie leads. Pitch and a fastball off the outside. The catcher, McIver, tried to frame it up on the outer edge, but they did not get the call from Jude Quarry, the home plate umpire. As now the 1-0. And a breaking ball lifted foul out of play. Off to the right, and the count 1-1. What a crowd tonight at Prince George's Stadium. This is spectacular on this Friday night. Outstanding job by the marketing crew here in Bowie for one of the great programs. As this is in on the hands of Hall, a check swing. He did not go. And it's 2 balls and a strike. If elementary school students read over a certain month, a certain amount of books at their reading level, they get a ticket to this game. As there's a swing and a chop ball to short. 2 hops, Stovall gloves to his left. And he throws out Hall. And with it, the inning is over. So Fennell, who had a miserable first inning of work, sets the Baysox down 1-2-3 in the 4th. And we head to the 5th, 5-2. The Baysox lead it on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
Hey, coffee lovers. Know where you'll find the world's freshest cup of coffee? Right here at Royal Farms. Because with our new brewing system, it takes less than a minute to go from selecting the kind of coffee you want to this. The freshest, most flavorful cup of coffee you can buy is at Royal Farms. So try one. It'll be love at first sip. Because it's the freshest coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast, Royal Farms.
If you're working in the Washington, D.C. metropolitan area as a pipe fitter, pipe welder, or HVAC service technician, and you're interested in a better life, a better means to provide for yourself and your family, a way to make sure that you're earning the highest wages and the best benefits in our industry. Visit our website at steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org. And let's talk about what we can do to help change your life.
Great to be back with you here tonight. As Bowie leads 5-2, we head to the 5th. Now with the call, here's Matt Sabates.
Jensen Elliott back to work for the Baysox. He faces 8-9-1 here in this half inning for Hartford. First pitch on its way home to Nico Decolati is called a strike in the lower outside corner. It's 0-1. Decolati on the day 0 for 1, struck out looking against Griffin McClarty first time up. Still a .205 average this season, only 1 for 9 combined in this series. He watches the next pitch miss away, a slider. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Well, as Elliott continues, he's in his 4th appearance for Bowie this season. This one lined up the first base line, but touches down foul. A little bit to the right side of the chalk, and the count goes to 1-2. He's had some good outings and a couple of tough outings. He's coming off of an interesting appearance against Reading, part of that doubleheader to end the series back on the 15th. He came in the second game after Griffin McClarty had only tossed 3 innings. He tossed a scoreless frame, but the second inning of work for Elliott was the troublesome one. He gave up 4 base hits in his second inning of work. Eventually 2 runs across, later stranded 2 runners on base. Trying to avoid anything similar here. The 1-2 pitch to Decolati misses down a curveball, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Bases empty, nobody out here in the top of the 5th inning. Bowie up 5-2. As the next pitch to Decolati is down just barely. We've seen pitches around that zone called for strikes in today's game, but instead it runs the count full. Decolati this season, 1 for 8 on full counts, 4 strikeouts, 2 walks. Here's the payoff. Bounced over towards second on 1 hop. It's picked by Westberg at the knee. He charges and fires over to first in time. There's 1 away. Here's Hunter Stovall. Drew a walk his first time up. Righty on righty as Elliott kicks and fires the first. Did they call that a ball? That was middle of the plate, top half of the zone, and he called that a ball. That is an atrocious call. Here's the 1-0. Lifted out toward deep left center field. Hall running on it. Curling around, called off by the left fielder Fontana, and Fontana makes the play. So the quick fly out negates the earlier bad call from behind home plate. And now it goes back up to the top of the lineup and Jimmy Herring. Look, I'm not one to make those drastic call-outs so quickly, but we saw it a lot from Jude Corey in the last time he was behind the dish 2 nights ago. Both teams were very frustrated with it, and that pitch, the way it read on the readout, was a clear-cut strike. First pitch to Jimmy Herring, misses down and away a slider. Count starts out at 1-0. Aaron singled to open up the game on an 0-2 offering from Griffin McClarty, but he was picked off just a couple of pitches later, the 1-0. Bounced between the legs of Elliott, diving grab by Westberg in the outfield grass, fires to first, and it's not in time. Rainbow toss, just couldn't get there as Westberg tried to hop up from the dive and just didn't get it. Herron reaches on the single, his second hit of the day. And a 2-out base runner for Hartford here in the top of the 5th inning. So now here's Jack Blomgren. Oh for 1 day for him. He drew a walk in the first inning, struck out swinging in the third. First pitch. Blomgren bounces it foul, third base side, and the count opens up at 0-1. So I mentioned it a little bit previously. The Baysox are hoping to finally see some of their shorthandedness in the bullpen, in their pitching staff as a whole, shore up after this series closes. Had a couple of sim games today, one scheduled for tomorrow as well. Pickoff throw back to first, no tag, it was a little high. And they called a balk on Elliott. Kyle Moore is out arguing with it, gesturing a little vividly at the home plate umpire. Elliott a little confused, asking for clarification on it. I didn't see enough to make a decision one way or the other, and I know balk rules can be tricky, so I usually don't weigh in on those specifically. But it does put runner into scoring position on the balk for Elliott. But still 2 outs and a 0-1 count on Blomgren. Here's the pitch. Late swing, just rolled over behind home plate foul. Count goes to 0-2. So the balk might not mean much if Elliott can get the quick put out here. Here's the next. Slider misses down and away. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Blomgren. So far today, Elliott up to 32 pitches. Most he's thrown in any outing for Bowie is 54. That was his Double-A debut. Runner at second, 2 away. 1-2 to Blomgren. Breaking ball lifted out toward deep left field. Fontana back, squares it up in front of the warning track and makes the catch at the shoulder. Inning comes to a close, and as we're halfway home here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie leads 5-2. We're back in a bit. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Sunday, May 22nd, it's a fiesta at Prince George's Stadium. For the first time this season, the Baysox will transform into El Congrejos Fantasmas de Chesapeake and face off against Los Perros Calientes de Akron as part of Minor League Baseball's Copa de la Diversión. It'll be a Latin fiesta celebration all afternoon around the ballpark, all presented by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Get your tickets today at 301-464-4865 and online at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With 2 of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to Baysox.com.
Fans, cares around the corner, Patient First, proud sponsor of the Baysox. They are urgent care that's open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. Every Patient First has on-site labs, x-rays, and prescription drugs. Patient First, the name fits. Back to Prince George's Stadium for the bottom of the fifth inning as Bowie leads 5-2. They'll try to increase. Trent Fennell continues on the mound. He was roughed up for all 5 runs in the third, responded with a perfect fourth, and now he faces Jordan Westberg, who tagged him for the 3-run home run in that third inning. After Westberg, it's Shane Fontana, then Joey Ortiz. All 3 batters had base hits against Fennell in that frame. Right-hander on right-hander to start. For Fennell at the time, that was his 4th home run allowed this season. And the first pitch home. Westberg smokes it the other way for a base hit. That one will be picked up by Decolati in right field as Westberg has a 2-hit day now. 9th multi-hit day this season for Westy, and all of them have been of 2-hit varieties. He's not had a 3-hit game yet this year. But leadoff man aboard for Bowie as Shane Fontana will step in. Fontana perfect at the plate today, walked in the first, singled and scored in that third inning. Fennell has an interesting set motion. First pitch, swinging just a piece foul into home plate. Count opens up at 0-1. When he brings ball to glove, he does so at the waist. Stretches out slightly, just kind of extends his elbows or straightens out his elbows and extends his shoulders up a little bit so the ball and glove are just a little bit further away as if he's taking a deep breath and then brings it back in. Here's the 0-1. Fontana watches down for a ball. Count goes even at a ball and a strike. Baysox ahead, 5-2 here in the bottom of the fifth inning. An outstanding crowd this evening here at Prince George's Stadium. Hope to see more of these as the season continues. Here's the 1-1. Fontana, late swing, fouled off left side, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes now. He's been on such a big uptick as well, Fontana. 282 average, 863 OPS here in the month of May. And remember, he started the season 0 for 12. Here's the 1-2. Misses down, kept in front by McIver, and the count goes even at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Westberg, a very short lead off of first base. Only 2 steals this season. He's not been caught, the 2-2. Misses inside, and the count runs full on Fontana after he was initially behind, a ball and 2 strikes. Fennell spent most of 2021 in the bullpen in High A Spokane. He's 26 years old. 24th round draft selection in 2018. Went to Barton College. Here's the payoff. Fontana watches pitch down for ball 4. Second walk he's drawn today. He's actually got both of Bowie's walks. As Fennell records his first free pass, and the Baysox have first and second with nobody out for Joey Ortiz.
Shortstop, Joey Ortiz.
Ortiz 1 for 2 on the day, popped out to third base in the first inning, doubled to left field back in that third. And now a chance here with runner in scoring position, nobody out, 2 runners on base. First pitch home, right-hander watches a beautiful slider hit the lower outside corner of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. Fennell had a very long stay in the bullpen for High A Spokane last year. Made 8 starts, but went 1-3. And you don't really account the record too much on relievers, as the 0-1 misses down and away for a ball. It's 1-1. You don't track it as much. Maybe holds and saves, yes, and maybe losses if it coincides with the blown saves. But a 4.52 ERA in 31 appearances with High A last year. Here's the 1-1. Misses down and away again on Ortiz, and the count goes to 2-1. Of course, this year, Fennell has a 6.23 ERA in 8 appearances, a number that's sure to go up after that 5-run third inning. And as he labors here in the 5th, a right-hander is moving in the bullpen for Hartford. Getting some warm-up tosses with rhythm. Looks like that could be Will Gaddis. Next pitch to Ortiz, called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone. Count goes to 2 balls and 2 strikes now. Inning started with an opposite field single from Jordan Westberg. He rarely does that. Only 19% of the time he goes the other way. The 2-2 pitch. Ortiz swings and misses on a high fastball. He's down. Only the second strikeout for Trent Fennell so far today. Ortiz has a parting word for the home plate umpire. The pitch, he was called for strike. The second strike of the plate appearance was a bit low. But now it goes to Zach Watson with runners at first and second, and now 1 gone. Fennell sets. He's up to 44 pitches already. Here's the first. Slider called a strike on the inside edge to Zach Watson. Count opens up at 0-1. Next pitch to Watson, misses down. Count evens at a ball and a strike. Watson on one of his best stretches of the season. Currently riding a 6-game hit streak. That's tied for the longest hit streak from any Baysox player this year, and it comes on the heels of a 6-game hitless streak. Here's the next. Misses high, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Hudson Haskin had a 6-game hit streak. It was over a stretch of the first few games of the year. He went on the injured list for about, well, not the injured list. He just sat out for about 3-4 games. Never actually had an IL stint. Here's the 2-1. Misses down, and the count goes to 3-1 on Zach Watson. And then Adam Hall has the other 6-gamer for Bowie. His was at the start of the season. He opened the year 9 for 24, a pair of doubles and RBI and a run driven in. Again, he's the leadoff man, so it makes sense that he didn't drive in too many during that hit streak. Here's the 3-1. Watson nearly takes it on the chin as he scampers out of the way and takes ball 4 to load the bases. Second walk by Trent Fennell, 3rd overall for Hartford pitching. And let's see if that draws a change. Chris Denorfia out of the dugout. This is the first mound visit, so no call just yet, or have they made the call? Let's see if Denorfia gets the ball. They're all dapping up Trent Fennell on the mound, and yep, we've got the switch. So new pitcher coming on for Hartford as the Baysox have bases loaded and only 1 out here in the bottom of the 5th inning. We'll step aside, be back with Andrew Dashbach to the plate and tell you about the pitcher after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Hey kids, the Baysox Futures Club is the best way to be a fan of the Baysox, and it's completely free for kids ages 3 through 12. Futures Club members get access to special members-only events, discount ticket offers, and free gifts for just signing up. Parents, head over to Baysox.com to sign up your kids, so don't miss out on all the promotions and giveaways at Prince George's Stadium this season and next. The Baysox Futures Club. Sign up now at Baysox.com.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
pitching change here in the bottom of the 5th inning at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox threatening to break it open. They lead 5-2 with the bases loaded and only one out. It'll be Andrew Dashbach to step into the batter's box against Will Gaddis on the mound for Hartford. Trent Fennell departs. His line is not closed. At the moment, he's in line for a loss. 2 1/3 innings of work. He's given up 5 hits and 5 runs all earned. It could go all the way up to 8. He struck out 2 and walked 2, gave up a home run. Makes way for Gaddis, 6'1", 185-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from Merrimack, New Hampshire. 3rd-round draft selection in 2017 from Furman University. On the season for Hartford, he's made 10 appearances, a 1-0 record with a 4.76 ERA, 11 1/3 innings of work, 10 strikeouts, 5 walks, 2 homers. He faces Dashbach here, who's 0 for 2 with the bases loaded this season. He watches the first pitch called strike on a slider down and away. It's 0-1. Dashbach has struck out twice with the bases loaded, has 1 sacrifice fly. He could get one here with only 1 out. It's Watson at first, Fontana at second, Westberg at third. Here's the 0-1 pitch. Swing and a miss. Pitch in the dirt, and the count quickly 0-2 on Dashbach. He's 0 for 1 on the day, had a different sacrifice fly back in the 3rd inning. The Baysox actually had 2 in that frame. That was his 12th ribby of the season. He struck out swinging back in the 2nd. Gaddis looking for the quick putout. They're looking for a way. The 0-2 misses down and away, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Dashbach overall this season only 125 with runners in scoring position compared to his 176 overall average. Here in the month of May, that's about in line with how he started the year. Here's the 1-2. Called strike 3 on a pitch away. Again, a missed call. Could say rose-colored glasses, could say a little bit sore, sure, but we've got the readouts here. That's one of the great benefits of just advancements in technology in baseball, is that we can see so much of what the team see and what the TrackMan sees, and we can see that that pitch was out of the zone. Here's Cody Roberts, first pitch. Called a strike on the outside edge, and the count opens up at 0-1. And again, that pitch was a ball. Roberts this season with the bases loaded, 1 for 5. He's got a bases-clearing double to his credit, the 0-1. Called a strike, that one finally in the zone. A little bit on the outside edge, and the count goes to 0-2. Roberts 0 for 2 on the day, grounded out to third base in the 3rd. He popped out to the catcher in foul territory back in the 2nd. Gaddis looking to strand them loaded, the 0-2 pitch. Check swing, high fastball. Roberts pulled back, and the count goes to 1-2. Inning started with a single the opposite way by Jordan Westberg. 2 walks later, and the bases are loaded. Forced Hartford to make a pitching change. Bowie looks like they'll stick with Jensen Elliott for now as the Baysox lead 5-2 here in the bottom of the 5th. The 1-2 to Roberts. Swung on, up the middle, base hit. Westberg scores. Fontana rounds third. He's coming home. The throw goes back to 2nd, and it's not in time. A 2-run RBI single for Cody Roberts, and the Baysox break ahead to a 7-2 advantage here in the 5th. For Roberts, RBIs number 15 and 16. Both of those runs were charged to Trent Fennell. And Cody Roberts has been one of the best batters for Bowie with the bases loaded this season. He's got 5 runs driven in now. Here's A.J. Graffinino, runner still in scoring position, still 2 away, but now a 5-run lead. First pitch home, left-hander swings through it, a changeup down and away. Count opens up at 0-1. And I haven't gotten too much time to tell you a lot about A.J. Graffinino. He's a very good story. Comes from a baseball family as the 0-1 misses down. And the count goes even at a ball and a strike. He was a part of the Tommy Malone trade, came along with Greg Cullen, who's a former Baysox player. calling up with AAA Norfolk right now. Did have a couple of games with Bowie this season. Here's the next. Lined out toward right center field, falling in for a base hit. Here comes a quick round of third by Watson. The throw doesn't go anywhere as Watson scores. The Baysox add on another. An RBI knock by A.J. Graffinino makes it 8-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. First hit, first RBI of the season with Bowie for Graffinino. And the Baysox have a 3-run inning here in the fifth after a 5-run third inning. So just flip the numbers there. 3-run fifth, 5-run third. Here's Maverick Handley, still with 2 outs. First pitch, swing and a miss. Breaking ball misses away. Count opens up at 0-1. We can go into Graffinino's family history later, but he's the son of 13-year major leaguer Tony Graffinino. That last run on Watson still charged to Fennell. His line is closed as the 0-1 is lined over to the left side, a base hit. Will they send the runner? They will. It's picked by Heron, sent back home and way offline. Down to score is Cody Roberts. Another 2-out RBI single for Bowie. This one from Maverick Handley, and it's a 4-run inning, a 9-2 lead. Handley's 6th RBI this season for the Baysox. It's his 3rd multi-hit game of the season, and it goes back to the top of the lineup with Adam Hall. In their 5-run inning, the Baysox didn't even send 9 to the plate. That's what happens when you get a big 3-run home run. First pitch to Hall, called a strike on the lower outside corner to the center fielder. Count opens up at 0-1. Hall doubled to open the first inning for Bowie, but was left at second base. He got hit by a pitch in the 3rd and scored. Grounded out to short his last time up, the 0-1. Breaking ball misses down and away, and the count evens at a ball and a strike. First and second here with 2 away in the bottom of the 5th. Currently a 4-run inning for Bowie. They lead 9-2. A leadoff single and 2 walks, and then 3 consecutive 2-out RBI singles. The 1-1 misses away to Hall, and the count goes to 2 balls and a strike. You can just tell Bowie is feeding off of the crowd for the first time in quite some time. Those mid-May days where school is still in session, it's tough. The 2-1 pitch. Hall lifts it up the first base corner, but foul, out of play. Count goes even at 2. But now with a Friday night reading program in full swing, you get a good turnout, and boy, the Baysox can really feed off of a good crowd and put a few runs on. You just get the energy flowing, and it's just so fun for everyone roaming the concourse, enjoying the food in their seats, waving the hats and the towels. The 2-2 to Hall. Misses down a fastball, and the count runs full on Hall. Now, again, he's only played 15 games this season before an IL stint, so he's only 2 for 6 on full counts this year. 4 strikeouts, 4 walks. If he draws the free pass, it would load the bases. Payoff pitch, runners go. It's checked on and fouled off slightly to the right side. Looked like a sinking fastball there, and Hall just made some incidental contact. That one might have saved his bacon because if they appealed, he could have gotten called for a go-around, and he would have been out on strikes. But we'll do it again. Runners take off. The 3-2 is called strike 3 on a pitch low and away, and Hall's going to argue he has a legitimate case for it. Pointing with the knob of his bat as Kyle Moore runs down to make sure he shoos the batter away from Jude Corey, who's been having a tough time calling the balls and strikes behind home plate. So strikeout looking ends the frame, but Bowie puts on 3 more runs, make that 4 more runs, if I can remember how to count. As we go on to the 6th here at Prince George's Stadium, Bowie leads 9-2. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
It's not baseball season without fireworks, and you can always count on the biggest and best at Prince George's Stadium. There's no better way to cap off a fun evening at the ballpark than a spectacular fireworks show. And the Baysox have got you covered this season with 16 different shows to choose from. So get your tickets now at Baysox.com. There's plenty to catch in the month of May with fireworks every home Saturday. Hope to see you there.
Sky Shooter Displays by ZY Pyrotechnics will be lighting up the sky with top-of-the-line fireworks shows following Baysox games all season long. We will give you the best bang for your buck. Sky Shooter Displays include traditional shows, true pyro musicals, custom choreographed plays, and much more. The night sky is truly limitless, so don't be shy. Give ZY a try. Find out more by calling us at 570-328-1361 or visit us online, zypyrotechnics.com. Glad
you're back with us as we move to the 6th inning at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie up 9-2, and we hand it off to Adam.
Boy, I like the sound of that. As here's Michael Tolia, and he lifts a foul ball out of play left side, and the count is 0-1. 3, 4, and 5 in the Hartford order against Jensen Elliott, who is now in his 3rd inning of work. He almost certainly will be the pitcher of record in the game. Pitch and a foul and a line back to the screen. Of course, that is if it still keeps going Bowie's way. And the count is 0-2. Griffin McLarty started the game, and he allowed 2 runs, both on solo homers in 3 innings, as Elliott deals down low, ball 1. Now, Elliott today making his 4th Double-A appearance, and a chance for his first Double-A win. Pitch. Now this is in the dirt. And the count evens 2-2. So much of the game of baseball is about taking advantage of your opportunities, stringing the hits that you have, but putting them together. The next one. And a backdoor breaking ball, cold, strike 3. Tolia's down on strikes for a 3rd time today. And there's one retired in the 6th. And here's Brenton Doyle, who hit one of those Hartford homers earlier in the game. And today for Bowie's one of those examples of timely hitting, as a sweeping breaking ball, slow curve in there. Strike 1 to start the at-bat here to Doyle. The pitch and a breaking ball. Oh, a check swing, and they ruled that it grazed the bat of Doyle, and he's saying to our home plate umpire, Jude Corey, what are you seeing? Well, Doyle not happy, but it's now 0-2. That was a pitch that would have been called a ball. It darted down and away. The pitch, and this one unquestionably is out of the zone, and the count is now here at a ball and 2 strikes. Well, the Baysox have just been so clutch at the plate in this game, in big moments tonight, and they've maximized those opportunities. Pitch, and there's the curve, but it stays up and in. Bowie is 4 for 10 with runners in scoring position here tonight. The 2-2 coming. And a high fly ball down the line in left. Fontana over with room and near the edge of the warning track. He makes the catch for the 2nd out of the 6th inning. And now Aaron Shunk will come to the plate. It's so often in a game you'll get a chance to score 3 or 4 times in a contest, and what do you do with it? And here tonight, 5 runs in the 3rd. And then what quite possibly could have been the knockout blow, 4, all with 2 down in the 5th. Pitch and a fastball down and away for ball 1 to Shunk. And all of a sudden the Baysox, who at one point trailed 2-0 in this game, they've got a 9-2 lead. As there's a chopper towards the middle. Right there, Westberg gloving a second hop on the first, well in time. And with it, the inning is over. A 1-2-3, top of the 6th inning. And through 5.5 here at Prince George's Stadium. The Baysox have a 9-2 lead on the Baysox Baseball Network.
It takes time to get rich, flavorful coffee beans from the lush mountain regions of Colombia and Brazil to Royal Farms. But less than a minute to get yourself a delicious hot cup of the finest and freshest coffee in the world. Because Royal Farms' new Swiss-made coffee machines grind those rich, flavorful coffee beans and brew them one magnificent cup at a time. It's why Royal Farms makes the freshest and best coffee in the world. Real fresh, real fast. Royal Farms.
A birthday bash with the Baysox is the best time at the ballpark. Bring your friends and family out to celebrate and be the star of the show. Dance on the dugout with Louie, play games in the stadium, introduce a batter in the game, and you'll even get to have the stadium sing for you. Baysox birthday parties, an unforgettable, one-of-a-kind experience at Prince George's Stadium. Book yours by calling 301-464-4880 or at baysox.com.
Are you interested in beginning or expanding on a career in the pipe fitting, pipe welding, or HVAC service industry? Are you interested in a career path that will set you up for life without experiencing any college debt? If you are interested in these things and you live in the DC area, the Steamfitters UA Local 602 Apprenticeship Program is the best choice for you. For more information about our apprenticeship program and how to apply, please visit steamfitters-602.org. That's steamfitters-602.org.
Well, we missed a change in the top of the sixth for Bowie. Hudson Haskin was in center field for Adam Hall after he argued called strike three to end the fifth. He is the new center fielder for Bowie. But here's Jordan Westberg pitch, and it's down and away, ball one from Will Gaddis. Well, Hall had a good day, though, today. 1 for 3 with a hit by pitch and a run scored. Haskin, of course, will bat, but not for a while here, as Westberg is the number 2 hole hitter as he swings and misses. And they count even 0-1 and a strike. They play to pull. Blomgren, the second baseman, is a bit up the middle here. As now the 1-1. Hard ground ball deep in the hole left side. Cutting across Shunk, third baseman, gloving to his left. And throwing out Westberg for the first out of this bottom of the sixth inning. And now Shane Fontana will come to the plate. Well, around the Orioles organization tonight, Kyle Stowers, who had such a magnificent year with the Baysox a year ago. He's 3 for 3 for the Tides as a swing and a miss from Fontana. Off-speed pitch, threw him the changeup, and they count 0-1. Stowers is getting it going. 2 doubles, 2 driven in the Tides ball game tonight. 0-1 coming. And Fontana takes just off the inside. A fastball, and they count evening here, 1-1. Gaddis, the third Hartford pitcher of the night, and he goes back to the changeup and gets a swing and a miss from Fontana. D.L. Hall getting that start for the Norfolk Tides, and he's throwing upwards of 99 miles an hour in Charlotte, North Carolina tonight. As a ground ball towards the middle, and Fontana's done it again. What a night for Shane. A base hit to center. He's 2 for 2 with 2 walks. He's been on base 4 times tonight, and Fontana aboard with 1 down. He's been one of the great stories of this early 2022 Baysox season. And here is Joey Ortiz. By the way, time does fly, does it not? As Ortiz stands in. And here's the pitch. And it's missing away, ball one. This tonight is the 35th Baysox game of the year of what is 138. 35 times 4 is 140. As the 1-0 pitch. And it's a breaking ball just up and in, ball 2. So We talked about this a bit earlier, but we're basically a quarter of the way through the year, and we're really right about at the halfway point of what is the first half of the season. Yeah, so look back to first, and Fontana dives back to the bag safely. Ortiz is 1 for 3 in this game. And a big double in the 5-run Bowie third. Here's the pitch. And a fastball a little bit low. And the count is now 3-0. Bowie is in this 7-game losing stretch. They have fallen down early in games often. As here's the pitch. And there's a ground ball to short, could be 2. Stonewall gloves the second one. The pivot to first in time. And it's an inning-ending double play. Bowie has been valiant in rallying, but they just haven't been able to come all the way back and get over the hump. But tonight feels a little bit different. 9-2, the Baysox lead it. We're back with more from Prince George's Stadium right after this.
When your commercial plumbing project calls for a job done safely and on time, then your job calls for the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Local 5 will always deliver the most skilled and well-trained plumbing craftsmen in the DMV. If you're a contractor who needs safe jobs done well, you need the plumbers of Local 5 Washington, D.C. Start your partnership with them today. Visit local5plumbers.org. That's local5plumbers.org.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Hey, Baysox fans, if you've got a teacher or educator in your life that's meant a lot to you, or if you're one yourself, then you don't want to miss out on the Baysox Educator Appreciation Week from Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st. Teachers and educators who show a school ID at the Baysox ticket office will get 2 free tickets to a game of their choice between those days, all sponsored by Educational Systems Federal Credit Union. Again, it's Educator Appreciation Week at Prince George's Stadium, Tuesday, June 28th to Friday, July 1st.
On to the 7th inning we go. The Baysox have a 9-2 lead. And then they'll bring in their third pitcher of the night as the tall, sidewinding right-hander Noah Hoffman is on for what is his 10th outing of the year. A record of 1-1 and earned run average of 4.38. As what an outstanding outing there by Elliott. So Nolan Hoffman will deal to Willie McIver. Can he get the ground balls as he delivers? Yeah, there's a ground ball, struck sharply, I should say, and by the diving second baseman Westberg into right center, where it's played in towards the middle of the infield, nicely by Haskin. And McIver's got his second hit of the night, a leadoff single to open Hoffman's evening. And here is Datris. What a night for Elliott. Yes, here's the pitch. And it's in there, a fastball at the knees in the outside corner. Strike one. Jensen Elliott, 3 innings, 2 hits, no runs. He did not walk a batter, and he struck out 2. And he's in line for his first Double-A win as that slow, sweeping breaking ball stays inside. It was close. And the count is 2-0 to Datris. Again, the Baysox with a 9-2 lead in the 7th inning. The pitch, and it's off speed and in there on the outer half of the plate. And the count is now, actually, we might have been off a bit. It might be 1-2. They changed it on the scoreboard. Westberg is right up the middle, the second baseman. Ortiz very deep in the hole here at short. As here's the pitch, and it's off the outside, an off-speed pitch, and the count is 2-2. Really an incredible crowd tonight. That's a big part of the story at Prince George's Stadium. I just spoke to Baysox general manager Brian Shawcross as a fastball. Oh, it just missed. Where was it? Maybe a bit off the outside. And the count is run full here, 3-2. This might be one of the biggest Baysox crowds in the last 5 or 10 years. Incredible pitch. Swing and a miss. He got him, and he got him on a high fastball. Datra's chasing ball 4, and 1 retired. And when you lose an entire season to the pandemic, last year we did see some really good crowds, especially early in the year. But at the beginning of the season, fans were spaced out around the ballpark. I mean, I'm not saying we didn't cherish nights like this before, but the feeling of this ballpark tonight is really something special. As Nico Decolati batting, taps one foul behind the plate, and the count is 0-1. See, one of the things that's tricky for a team like the Baysox is that this is actually the largest seeding bowl in the Eastern League of the 12 teams. 0-1 coming. And there's a strike with a fastball. It's 0-2. There are more people in this ballpark right now than Hartford's brand new ballpark in downtown could hold. And even the one ballpark larger, the Diamond in Richmond, they tarp seats. As here's the 0-2 to Decolati. And it's in there, strike 3, just beneath the belt. A fastball on the outside part of the plate. So after the hard base hit, to open the 7th, Hoffman has gotten consecutive strikeouts. And now the 9-hole hitting shortstop, Hunter Stovall, will come to the plate. There are many different places that are a gathering ground of our local communities throughout the country. It's one of the beautiful things, the ability to gather, be together, enjoy our community that we lost. As a pitch is down and in, and it's all the way to the backstop. MacGyver is up to second on the wild pitch. And a night like tonight, I mean, we saw a marriage proposal on the first pitch. Baysox, who have dropped a week of games in a row here, coming back from an early deficit for a big lead, and an incredible atmosphere of the ballpark. This has it all tonight. As a swing and a miss, and a fastball down and in, and the count is 1-1 to Stovall. 9-2, Bowie leads. Runner at second, 2 down, top of the 7th inning. Stovall, a former teammate at Mississippi State, with Baysox infielder Jordan Westberg. As a breaking ball veers off the outside, and it's 2-1. Stovall was a junior on the team in which Westberg was a freshman. The pitch, and there's a cold strike with a breaking ball, and the count is 2-2. And that team, I believe the 2018 Mississippi State Bulldogs, went to the College World Series. The count is 2-2. A deep breath from Hoffman, and he delivers. And a late swing, and boy, oh boy, Kyle Moore had his heart jump a little bit as that ball was slashed right at the Baysox manager, foul to the right side. It went off the stairwell that connects the seating bowl down to the field of play, right next to that top step of the Baysox dugout. As Hoffman looks to second, and now comes home with it, and a fisted foul lightly on the ground off to the right side. Listen to this crowd. It just got announced. 9,658. Amazing. Well, basically, a sellout crowd tonight here at Prince George's Stadium. And once again, this is one of the bigger ballparks maybe the biggest in all of AA baseball. As the ball's lifted in the air, shallow left, Ortiz going out, diving in left, and did he make the catch? No! They rolled, they got trapped by Fontana. An incredible play. And the crowd is reacting as if a catch was made, but it is ruled to not be a catch. McIver running on contact with 2 down is home to score, and it's 9-3. And there was really no argument from Fontana in left. A spectacular headlong dive. He was parallel to the ground there, but in the end, the ball must have just hit the turf prior. As here's Jimmy Herron, and a breaking ball strike on the inside. And the count is 0-1. Boy, off the bat, I thought Bowie shortstop and Ortiz may have had a better chance at it, but it was too deep. Yeah, so fastball's down low, and they count 1-1. And you knew it was big-time trouble. And Fontana just made a spectacular effort. Shane Fontana is doing a little bit of it all for the Bowie Baysox right now. What a ball player. As a breaking ball's hit in the air to center, this one will be a little bit easier. Haskins standing and waiting to make the head-high catch. And with it, the inning is over. Time to stretch out here at Prince George's Stadium. To the bottom of the 7th we go. The Baysox leading 9-3. As Hartford brings in a new pitcher right after this on the Baysox Baseball Network.
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Get your gear and memorabilia from your favorite Baysox players and future stars of the Baltimore Orioles at the Tackle Box Team Store. Jerseys, hats, autographed bats and balls, all at great prices. Located right at the main gate at Prince George's Stadium and online at BaysoxShop.com, the Tackle Box is the only place to get the best Baysox gear for you and your favorite fan. It's the Tackle Box at Prince George's Stadium and at BaysoxShop.com.
On the Green Incorporated is your lawn care team, providing professional organic-based lawn care programs for residential and commercial lawns. Our lawn care programs provide ballpark quality results. Each service is custom tailored with guaranteed results for even the toughest lawns. On the Green also offers outdoor pest control services. Mosquitoes, ants, ticks, and more. Safely and effectively control insects and enjoy the outdoors this summer with On the Green Incorporated. Go to onthegreeninc.com.
Well, the Baysox lead at 9-3 as we go to the bottom of the 7th inning. And here is the 4th Hartford pitcher of the night, Dugan Darnell, who's going to come on. And he'll face 5-hole hitter Zach Watson to lead things off here in this 7th inning. A wide to the pitch to Watson, and he swings over a breaking ball, strike 1. Darnell is making his 12th inning of the year. He's been really stellar. 2-0 with a 2.51 ERA for Hartford. As now the 0-1 coming, and a ground ball chopped near third. Charging to glove Shunk. The throw off the bag. The tag applied, though, by Datris, and they get the out. The 1 down in the 7th, and here is Andrew Dashbach. You know, when you look at some team numbers, Hartford 8 games above 500, and they've got a pretty good 4.28 ERA. They've outscored opponents by only 14 runs this year as a fastball cut on a miss, strike 1. They've been able to win a lot of close games, and the Baysox have been on the other side of the coin. 0-1 coming. And a breaking ball down and away. And the count 1-1 to Dashbach. That's what Bowie's got to find a way to do. Get over the hump in some of these nip and tuck battles. Hartford winners of the first 3 games of this series. As Dashbach takes a high fastball, and the count is 2-1. Hey, you look at this series, of course, another close one last night. Hartford winning 5-4. As now the 2-1. And it's under the knees for ball 3. The Baysox, in their last 6 games, all losses, 4 of them have been by 1 run. Now, it's been a frustrating stretch for Bowie in the 7-game losing streak. As the 3-1 is taken for a strike, a changeup beneath the belt, and the count runs full to Dashbach. On deck, Cody Roberts, who had the swing of the bat that broke the game open in the 5th inning. The wind of the 3-2 coming. Swinging a high lifted fly, fading foul down the right field line and curling out of play onto the burr. Roberts batted with the bases loaded, 2 down against the preceding pitcher, Will Gaddis, in a 5-2 ball game of the 5th. And with 2 strikes in the count, he had a hard ground ball base hit up the middle, bringing home 2. As Dashbach takes down low, and there's ball 4. Now Dashbach so patient at the plate, and he's aboard with 1 down, and here's Cody Roberts. Well, Cody's just got a penchant for the dramatic hit, doesn't he? He really has come through in the clutch so often in his Baysox tenure. As from the stretch, here's the pitch, and it's in there on the outside corner, strike 1. Following the Roberts base hit, Graffinino had his first base hit as a Baysox, an RBI single, and then Hanley did the same, and it was a 4-run rally. All 4 runs scoring with 2 men down. As a slow breaking ball check swing, it's off the outside part of the plate, and he did not go. And they count 1-1 here to the right-handed hitting Cody Roberts. He's 1 for 3 with 2 driven in tonight. Darnell's ready, and he delivers. And a breaking ball stays up high. Ball 2. Big base hit for Roberts, too, because going into that at-bat, he had just 2 hits in his last 20 at-bats. That includes tonight over a span of 6 games. The pitch, and it's on the outside corner with a fastball. And 92 on the stadium's radar gun. And the count is 2-2. Raffanino on deck for Bowie. Again, the Baysox in control. Bottom of the 7th, leading Hartford 9-3. Here's the pitch. Off the outside. A fastball, ball 3. The bottom of the order has been really good for Bowie tonight. 7, 8, and 9, combining for 4 hits in 9 trips in the game. How about that number? 3-2 coming. Swing and a lifted foul out of play right side. They challenged Roberts with a fastball, and he was able to fight it off. That was a good pitch. Fastball right near the outside corner. In a 6-run game. Obviously, Dashbach not really a threat to run here. They do hold him on, though, as Roberts calls time and steps away. He stands back in, taps the plate twice, and he awaits. The 3-2 pitch. Swing and a chopper foul near the Hartford dugout, third base side. And we'll do it again here, 3-2. Now Roberts is really hanging in there here, making it Darnell work. Here comes an 8th pitch of the at-bat. The 3-2. And it's 2, total ball 4. How about that? A great at-bat for Roberts, working the walk. Consecutive walks now issued by Darnell. And Graffinino will come to the plate. The Dashbach at-bat was not a short plate appearance either, so sometimes the pitcher just can't find the zone, but sometimes as a hitter, you really work a walk. A 7-pitch walk to Dashbach and an 8-pitch walk to Roberts. As a first pitch is across, beneath the belt, strike 1 to Graffinino. His first Eastern League hit and RBI single his last time up. Made it an 8-2 ball game at the time. It's 9-3 Bowie right now, 0-1. And a swing and a miss through a changeup. A lot of times, relievers just go out there and kind of air it out, right? Everything they throw is hard, whether it's a fastball and then a slider combination. Darnell is not that type of pitcher. As a fastball misses in, and they count 1-2. He really mixes and matches his velocities. Tries to keep you a bit off balance. Almost has more of a starter profile in that regard. The 1-2 to Graffinino. And he swings and lines it towards center. Doyle coming in, but it's down. A base hit. The runners will move up one base. They had to hold up to make sure it would drop. So Dashbach into third, Roberts into second, and Graffinino has got a 2-hit game. And here comes Maverick Handley. 2 for 3 tonight. Bases loaded, 1 down, bottom of the 7th. And the Baysox looking to reach double figures. This a bullpen game for both Bowie and Hartford, so they need innings from relievers that at times, in a close game, you come in, you get in trouble, and you got another guy there to get you out of it. As there's a swing and a tapper foul behind the plate, and that count is 0-1. And here tonight, when Hartford pitchers have gotten into some duress, there hasn't even been anyone warming in the pen. And the Baysox are taking advantage. 0-1 coming. And it's hit in the air to right field. Decolati over towards the line to make the catch. Dashbach will tag and come to the plate. The throw is into the middle of the infield. Dashbach scores. And the Baysox have a 10-3 lead. Tagging from second to third, Roberts, so runners are at the corners. And Hanley's got his second RBI of the game. And we'll see Hudson Haskin now.
Now batting, center fielder number 10, Hudson Haskin.
Haskin will get his first at-bat of the game. Adam Hall argued a called strike 3 on a 3-2 pitch that did not look from here like a strike. And here's the pitch, runner for first goes. And he'll take second without a throw, Graffinino. Stolen base there. And you never know why a guy's pulled. You have to hope that Hall's okay. Hall is playing in his first game since May 1st tonight. But he came out after arguing strike 3 as Haskin takes off the outside. And the count is now 2 balls and no strikes. Haskin's a .269 hitter. He's got 5 home runs and 15 runs driven in. Outstanding .855 OPS. Got a prolific first week of the year pitch. And he swings and misses a big cut. And they count 2-1. Haskin is a career .274 hitter, so after a torrid start this year, he's gone right back down to kind of that median point, right around where he has hit as a career professional. The next one. And he takes a strike, a fastball at the knees on the inside half of the plate. Now Haskin trying to find that early to mid-April magic. talented young ball player, drafted by the Orioles just 2 years ago, and has been a quick rise here to Double-A. 2-2 coming, but time called. Baysox have a run in, and runners at second and third here with 2 down in the 7th. Pitch, and it's down and inside for ball 3. He threw him a changeup. Now first base is open here, but Westberg, who hit the 3-run home run that turned this game on its side. It gave Bowie a 3-2 lead back in the 3rd. He's the man on deck. 3-2 pitch coming. Here it is. Swinging a high lifted pop-up on the infield. Blomgren is called off by the first baseman in Datris, who makes the catch. And with it, the inning is over. Bowie gets a run on 1 hit. They leave 2. And we're on to the 8th inning. The Baysox are in control in front of this sellout crowd. They lead the ball game 10-3 on the Baysox Baseball Network.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
If you own or operate a building or facility, or if you're a general contractor that is located or operates in the D.C. area, there is no doubt that it is important for you to have the best trained and most qualified people working for you. Members of Steamfitters UA Local 602 provide the highest level of HVAC, mechanical, and specialty piping services to the various customers we serve. For more information about the services we provide and for a list of companies you can hire, please visit steamfitters-602.org.
Baysox Youth Baseball Camps are back in 2022, and registration is open now. 3 sessions this summer led by Orioles Hall of Famer and former Rookie of the Year Al Bumbry, along with former Baysox outfielder Stephen Bumbry. Kids will take part in in-depth on-field instruction and go head-to-head in camp-wide games at Prince George's Stadium. All campers get a free Baysox hat and a ticket to a Baysox game of their choice. Space is limited, so head to BaysoxShop.com and reserve your spot at a Baysox Youth Baseball Camp today.
Welcome back to Bowie. 10-3, the Baysox lead it. Boy, Bowie's playing with a bit of an edge tonight. Manager Kyle Moore was arguing a bit with the umpiring trio between innings there. As now for the call in the top of the 8th, here's Matt.
Second inning of relief for Nolan Hoffman. He faces 2-3-4 in the Hartford lineup. First pitch to Blomgren. Breaking ball hits the outside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-1. And we were talking about it mid-inning there, Adam. It's really just frustration that's built and built and built, and is maybe boiling over a little bit. You lose 7 in a row, even when you're up 7. Here's the 0-1, called a strike on the bottom edge of the zone. It's 0-2. Because I've said it plenty of times this season, Kyle Moore is one of the most even-keeled managers I've seen, at least in my short tenure working in the pros. But he's kept to himself in a lot of regards, kept his opinions quiet. He will share them, but he's not overly animated about them. The 0-2, fouled off inside, and the count stays. But it's just been such a constant stream of questionable calls from this umpiring crew, mixed with a 7-game losing streak, and these things can add up.
Yeah, I'm telling you, it's so unusual to see, but it's also good to see in a way. The Baysox playing with that kind of fire and edge tonight.
Here's the 0-2. Misses wide. And the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes on Blomgren, who's 0 for 2 on the day, potentially being held hitless for the first time in his Double-A career. Entered today 6 for 11 across the course of this series. He's 0 for 2 with a walk in the first inning, got taken out while trying to steal second base. Hoffman kicks and deals the 1-2, and it's looped foul right side out of play. Count stays. Bowie has a right-hander throwing up against the wall of the bullpen, not on the mound just yet. Hartford has a right-hander tossing in their bullpen. That looks to be number 8, Blair Calvo. Calvo's already appeared once in this series. We'll see who Bowie elects to go with after Hoffman, because he doesn't usually go past 2 innings. The 1-2. Swing and just a piece. He got him. Roberts held on to a pitch in the dirt, and that's a strikeout of Blomgren, the 3rd strikeout for Nolan Hoffman today. 10th overall for Baysox pitching, and there's 1 gone here in the top of the 8th inning. So on to Michael Tolia now. 0 for 3 day, a trio of strikeouts. He's been having a very quiet series. He came in hot in the month of May, but so far he's 1 for 15 in this set when you include his 0 for 3 performance this evening. First pitch, misses down and away. Count starts out at 1-0. Small portions of the crowd have filed out as the Baysox have inflated their lead. They've seen all that they've needed to see, but what a turnout it's been at Prince George's Stadium today. Next pitch misses up and away. Count goes to 2-0. A 10-3 advantage with a crowd well over 9,000, the largest this season by far. And they got a good one, the 2-0. Swinging a piece off the mid of the catcher and onto the ground. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike on Michael Tolia. After Tolia, it's the right-hander Brenton Doyle, and then if either of these two reach, Aaron Shunk will follow. But again, no serious action in the bullpen. This next pitch will be number 30 for Nolan Hoffman, the 2-1. Called a strike right down Broadway, a fastball, and the count goes even at 2. Tolia has struck out 9 times in this series. There's just something about him. He can't read these Baysox pitchers. And he usually bats pretty well as a lefty. He's batted as a lefty most of this series, the 2-2. Misses down and away, and the count runs full. This season, Tolia only batting .056 on full counts. Pretty even between strikeouts and walks, 37% to 33%. Hoffman, of course, looks for the punch-out. The payoff. Swing and a miss, he got him. Fastball on the outside edge, and Tolia mistimed. Back-to-back punch-outs for Nolan Hoffman to get things started here in the top of the 8th inning. He's got 4 on the day, 11 overall for Baysox pitching. Here's Brenton Doyle. He had the leadoff home run in the 2nd inning. Made it a 1-0 game. That came against Griffin McClarty. First pitch home. Well, there's that slider. Just moves a little bit too far inside. Didn't hit the zone and starts the count out at 1-0. That slider of Hoffman's is one of the most devastating pitches on staff. When you ask a lot of the pitchers, especially in the bullpen, who do you want to face the least? It's Hoffman. This pitch grounded, the slider to third, backhanded by Graffinino, and the back corner fires to first. A bit of a stretch out, but in time to Andrew Dashbach. Excellent reception by Dashbach on the first base side, and the inning is over on a 5-3. We're on to the bottom of the 8th here at Prince George's Stadium. Bowie up 10-3. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
The best way to take in a Baysox game is with a group outing at Prince George's Stadium. Everything from entertaining clients to birthday parties and even fundraising opportunities for your team, the Baysox offer plenty of options for your group at unbeatable rates with plenty of options on suites, seats, and decks around the ballpark. Your group can eat their fill and have an unforgettable time. Find out more and schedule your group outing by calling 301-464-4880 or going to Baysox.com.
From bug bites to burns, fevers to flu, and bruises to broken bones, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox, open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
Pest Now is proud to partner with the Bowie Baysox and provide their pest control services. For all your residential and commercial pest control needs, call Pest Now. For general pest control, termite control, mosquito control, and all other pest control services, call Pest Now. You can reach us at 301-231-8300 or visit us online at www.pestnow.com.
Bottom of the 8th inning here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox lead 10-3. They'll get one final chance to increase before handing things off to one more reliever out of the bullpen to try and close things up. Nolan Hoffman tossed 2 innings, gave up 1 run. It was earned. We imagine he'll be replaced by a reliever. Looks like it could be Wes Robertson. But as Hartford makes one final pitching change, Dugan Darnell's day is done. Blair Calvo will replace him, and Calvo will face off against Jordan Westberg, Shane Fontana, and Joey Ortiz to get going here in the bottom of the 8th. Darnell tossed 1 inning, gave up a hit and a run. It was earned. No strikeouts, 2 walks. That's the day. First pitch, Westberg watches fastball, 96 miles an hour on the gun, outside edge for a called strike. It's 0-1. Blair Calvo, a 6'3", 195-pound, 26-year-old right-hander from Jacksonville, Florida, 23rd round draft selection in 2019. He fires the 0-1, and it's lifted foul right side out of play. Count goes to 0-2. It's a 2-for-4 day for Westberg. 3-run home run in the 3rd, while Bowie trailed 2-0. Then a single and a run scored in the 5th. It's his 9th 2-hit game this year. He's not collected a 3-hit game yet this season. Here's the 0-2. Bouncing ball up the third base line. It's off of his foot, and they're saying, I think it's a fair ball. I've not seen the umpire say anything about it a foul. And the home plate umpire says, yeah, you're out. As Westberg is saying it went off of his foot, but they just quickly grabbed it, Shunk to Datris for the putout. Kyle Moore is coming down to talk about it. I'm not sure what happened here, if Westberg was more focused on his foot and, when the blood rushes, your ears shut off for a second so you didn't hear the foul call, but whatever the case, Moore is gesturing how the ball bounced off of Westberg's foot before it slowly rolled up the line, and now Westberg is walking back into the batting circle, seeing if this argument from his manager is going to stick. But at the moment, he's been put out 5-3, and the home plate umpire is walking away. It looks like the argument fell on deaf ears, and Westberg is sent back to the dugout.
No doubt about it, Matt. And one of the things here, of course, there's no replay in minor league baseball, but not only that, I think Kyle Moore wanted the umpiring trio to come together to talk it over as a unit, but Jude Corey said, no, I got it.
Well, that's a play you rarely ever see discussed between the umpiring crew either. Sometimes you'll see fair or foul calls or catches, but never if a pitch was fouled off of a batter. Here's Shane Fontana. First pitch fouled off, back to the screen. It's 0-1. So as Calvo continues, let's give you his numbers. 12 appearances for the right-hander this season, a 3-0 record with a 3.65 ERA, 12 1/3 innings of work. He struck out 12, walked 5, given up 1 homer. He fires the next into Fontana. It misses down and away, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Calvo's second appearance this series. He came in and pitched a perfect 9th inning when Bowie trailed 7-3. That was back on Tuesday. He got 2 groundouts and a pop-out. Here's the 1-1. Swing and a miss. Fontana too far inside on a slider, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. It's been a perfect day at the plate for Shane Fontana. No other way to say it. 2 walks, 2 runs scored, 2 singles. Bases empty, 1 away here in the bottom of the 8th. The 1-2 fouled off just a piece the other way, and the count stays. Well, yesterday, I know after the game, one of the things that really warmed my heart once it was all said and done, even though Bowie had lost their 7th consecutive, Kyle Moore brought his family out onto the field post-game and had his 2 young daughters playing on the dirt and just running around having a good time when the game wrapped up. I hope they're here today taking in a fun atmosphere. The 1-2. Lifted foul, third base side out of play. Count will stay on Shane Fontana. Again, Bowie up 10-3, barring an extreme comeback for Hartford in the top of the 9th inning. It should be the Baysox' first win in over a week. Would break a 7-game losing streak. But of course, for now, they'd love to increase before the game shifts over to the 9th inning. Here's the 1-2 to Fontana. Swing and a miss. Chases on a changeup middle, and he's down on strikes for the second out of the inning. First strikeout for Blair Calvo. 8th overall for Hartford pitching. And now here's Joey Ortiz. So Calvo, he comes from a very fun school. I can tell you a lot about it. I'm familiar. First pitch to Ortiz, swinging strike and a slider down and away. It's 0-1. He's from Jacksonville, went to school about 25 minutes south of that, Division II Flagler College in St. Augustine, Florida. It's the longest continually ran city in the United States, the 0-1. Swing and a miss on a slider down and away. Ortiz tried to pull back, he couldn't. Town was founded in the mid-1500s. One of the original towns founded by Spaniards in the state of Florida. It's got a fun tourist attraction for the Fountain of Youth that Ponce de Leon tried to find. The 0-2, popped up foul behind home plate, shedding the mask McIver to the warning track. Can he get there? No. It's about 6 rows deep, and the count holds at 0-2. But I've been to Flagler, an astonishingly beautiful campus in the heart of downtown St. Augustine. Very historic city on St. George's Street. Most of the main campus is part of a historic old hotel that was retrofitted to house a lot of the classes. The 0-2 pitch, Ortiz fouls it off of home over to the left side. Count stays at 0-2. Bowie ahead 10-3 here in the bottom of the 8th. But it's one of the most beautiful schools that I've ever seen. And it's smack dab in just so much history. The Castillo San de Marcos is right next to the campus as well, an old seashell fort. The 0-2, grounded over toward third, but foul. Ortiz stays alive. This next pitch will be the 6th of the at-bat. It's an entire fort made out of the sand and seashell deposits around the area. When they dry up, they're actually very, very sturdy, and it stood for about 400 years at this point. It's an excellent just piece of history to take in. I visited there, I think most recently in December. Here's the 0-2 pitch. Ortiz lofts it into center field. This one playable for Doyle. He ranges down, makes the catch shoulder high, and ends the inning. In the end, a 3-up, 3-down frame for Blair Calvo. And as we go to the 9th, Bowie 3 outs away from snapping this 7-game losing skid. They lead 10-3 at Prince George's Stadium. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Well, it may be on Sunday, May 29th, but get ready for the Baysox first Catter Day at Prince George's Stadium. Everyone's heard of Bark in the Park, but now you can bring your kitty out for a relaxing afternoon of ball. And if you get here early enough, you can pick up a free Baysox Catter Day t-shirt, courtesy of the City of Bowie. You can get your tickets now for the first ever Catter Day at 301-464-4865 or at baysox.com.
There is a weekend in July where the baseball world revolves around a village in upstate New York. Baseball Hall of Fame induction weekend in Cooperstown is an unforgettable experience full of family-friendly activities and priceless moments. Make your plans today for July 22nd through 25th for the induction of Bud Fowler, Gil Hodges, Jim Cott, Minnie Minoso, Tony Oliva, Buck O'Neill, and David Ortiz as the class of 2022. Visit baseballhall.org today for the
Baseball is a game of specialists. Base stealers, closers, cleanup hitters. Together, they help their team stand out from the rest. Specialists also help set Chesapeake Employers Insurance apart from other workers' compensation insurance companies. Our health services team includes orthopedic surgeons, nurse case managers, a physical therapist, and more, all to get your employee back to work, contain costs, and keep premiums down. That's teamwork. To learn more, connect with your agent or visit Chesapeake Employers at CEIWC.com.
Ninth inning here at Prince George's Stadium as the Baysox have a 7-run lead to try and break their 7-game losing streak. New pitcher takes over on the mound for Bowie to try and close it out. Morgan McSweeney coming in. Not a save situation for the right-hander, but it would be so relieving for him to close it for the Baysox. Nolan Hoffman finishes his day on the mound. 2 innings of relief for the sidearmer. 2 hits and 1 run it was earned. He struck out 4, did not walk anyone. Makes way for McSweeney. He'll face off against the bottom half of the Hartford lineup, starting with number 5 batter Aaron Shunk, then Willie McIver and Kyle Datris. McSweeney, a 6'4", 210-pound right-hander, 17th round pick in the 2019 draft from Wake Forest. First pitch, slider called for strike, lower outside corner, it's 0-1. McSweeney on the season for Bowie, 9 appearances. His 10th now leads the team. 1-1 record, a 4.26 ERA in 12 2/3 innings, 18 strikeouts, 7 walks, 0-1. Little check swing, changeup barely misses down, and the count goes even at a ball and a strike. Shunk is 0 for 3. He's grounded out all 3 times he stepped up to all 3 infield positions except for first base. So here's hoping he goes to first base. The 1-1 misses down and away a fastball. Count goes to 2 balls and a strike. Obviously, he can do whatever he wants as long as he's put out. I just like the bit of coincidence if he grounds out to all 4 infielders in the same game. It's funny. Here's the 2-1 from McSweeney. Misses high, a fastball. Count goes to 3 balls and a strike. So McSweeney is coming off of a couple of scoreless innings against Reading. He's actually on one of his hottest stretches of the season. He's not allowed a run, earned or otherwise, in his last 5 outings. Here's the 3-1. Ooh, a beautiful curveball. Hits the bottom of the zone for a called strike and runs it full. Shunk this season only 2 for 12 on full counts, 5 strikeouts, 2 walks. First appearance of the series for McSweeney. He fires the payoff, and it's lasered into center field and deep. Haskin backing up to the warning track, looks for the wall, reaches up, and it's over his head. One hops the wall as he scoops it with the glove on the warning track and fires to the infield. A leadoff stand-up double for Aaron Shunk. His first base hit of the day, 9th double, and a runner in scoring position for Hartford here in the 9th inning. But still plenty of breathing room for the Baysox. If at any point this game gets into a save situation, that's even then a cause for worry as they lead 10-3. Willie McIver will dig in. He has been a thorn in the side for Bowie in this game. A pair of singles. He struck out in the 2nd inning, scored a run back in the 7th. Well, they play the right-handed catcher a bit to pull. McIver this season does it 51% of the time. As the first pitch comes in. Overhead fastball, bounced to short. Picked up by Ortiz, sent to first in time, 1 gone. So he pulled it. And now it goes to Kyle Datris. Datris had the 2nd of 2 solo home runs in the 2nd inning against Griffin McClarty. Datris overall 1 for 3 on the day, hit into a force in the 4th, struck out swinging in the 7th. Runner at 2nd, 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning as Bowie leads 10-3. First pitch, Datris watches curveball miss down. Count starts out at 1-0. It's a 4-pitch offering for McSweeney, and he's got one of the more interesting sets for the Baysox. As the 1-0 comes in, swing and a miss, fastball away, the count to 1-2. A 4-seam fastball as well as a slider, a cutter, and a split finger fastball. And I was mentioning a little bit earlier today how Drew Rahm and Zach Peak were throwing sim games. And I overheard Maverick Handley talking a little bit about it. He was one of the batters in the sim game. Rahm also has a split finger, the 1-1. Bounced slowly up the third base line, staying fair up toward the bag, and it just goes foul, only about 3-4 inches in front of third base. That's a risky play when you're A.J. Graffinino. Do you go after it and try to maybe get the runner that was at 2nd going toward 3rd, or do you hedge your bet and see if it will go foul? Graffinino hedged his bets, and, well, the house paid off. Count goes to 1-2. So what I was saying really briefly is that Maverick Handley was walking out saying the splitter was that hardest of Rahm's pitches to pick up because he's really unsure how to process it when comparing it to that fastball. You change up the 4-seam fastball to the 2-seamer, and if you mix it properly, it can really throw off batters. McSweeney, one of the only other pitchers that features the 2-seamer for Bowie. The 1-2 to Datris. Misses down. Looked like he went with the 2-seamer there, and the count goes even at 2. McSweeney still looks for his first punch out, fires the 2-2, and it's lofted out toward the right field corner. This one slicing and getting out of play onto the berm in front of the lighthouse near the Baysox clubhouse. Count stays even at 2. Datris will see a 6th pitch in this plate appearance. McSweeney's gone multiple innings in plenty of outings this season, including his last appearance back on the 15th against Reading, so he's good to finish this frame as the 2-2 is fouled off into home plate. Count continues. But it is never fun when you have to tangle with a batter, really anything past 5 pitches. The tension just continues to rise with each pitch fouled off. Because you can start to overthink, oh, where have I pitched him before? What has he already fouled off? What might he be expecting again? And from the batter's perspective, a lot of it can just be protecting the plate at this point until you see what you need. Another 2-2, fouled off, back to the screen. That time the changeup outside, and the count holds. Inning started with a double by Aaron Shunk, just a little bit over center fielder Hudson Haskins' head. Ground out by Willie McIver, kept the runner at second, and it's still a 2-2 count on Datris. This next pitch will be number 8. On its way. Slider misses wide, and the count fills. So 2 full counts in this inning for Morgan McSweeney. Already up to 15 pitches. Needs that strikeout here. The payoff. Fastball misses down for ball 4. Now with the runner at second, a walk there, not the worst. Double play in effect. Get the force at third for that lead runner if necessary. And Nico Decolati stepping in. He hits it on the ground almost 3 times as often as he does into the air. A ground out to fly out ratio of 2.8. And he's 0 for 3 on the day with 2 strikeouts and a ground out. So the numbers favor McSweeney here. If he could induce the pull ground ball, then he could end the game. Decolati pulls it 51% of the time, and that's how the infield is playing him. McSweeney looks back runner at second, fires the first. It's swung on and missed high fastball. Count opens up at 0-1. Of course, all of this can be moved if McSweeney strikes out Decolati, because he's already struck out looking twice today. But you know me, I like to play with the numbers. Wind pushing out toward right field, whipping a little bit towards center. Here's the 0-1. Decolati watches changeup, hit the outside edge of the zone for a called strike. It's 0-2. Combined this series, he's just 1 for 11 overall. Does have a run driven in. He had only struck out 1 time over the first 3 games, now twice today. Outfield, a slight step to pull as well. The 0-2 pitch. Oh, just misses, a fastball wide, and the count goes to a ball and 2 strikes. Still plenty of fans sticking around for this one, and that's one of the best things that we've seen lately. You see J.J. Cooper from Baseball America posting some of the comparisons of the new pitch clock, keeping fans in the ballpark longer because the games are going faster, and they're catching the end of a good one. Another 1-2. Misses down and away, and the count goes even at 2. Bowie ahead 10-3 here in the top of the 9th inning, on the cusp of breaking out of a 7-game losing streak, hopefully starting a big winning streak as they're getting ready to close out this series over the weekend and then welcome in the hot Erie Seawolves next week. The 2-2 misses up and away to Decolati. The count runs full with runners at first and second and 1 away here in the top of the 9th inning. So of the 4 batters this frame, McSweeney has run the count full to 3 of them. Bowie not concerned, though. Nobody up in the bullpen. Here's the payoff. Swinging a slow grounder, this could do it over to short. Underhanded by Ortiz. Westberg turns to first. Dashbach receives, and the game is over. A 6-4-3 double play, and the Baysox are victors for the first time in a long time. A 10-3 winner tonight at Prince George's Stadium in front of the biggest crowd of the year. What a finish it's been for Bowie, and boy, is it good to get that monkey off the back.
Yeah, no doubt about it. The Baysox played with an edge, and so much of baseball, again, is about taking advantage of your opportunities. Bowie got that big inning in the 3rd, but scoring 4 runs in the 5th inning, all with 2 down, with the bottom of your order coming through to drive in those runs, was really pivotal in this 10-3 win tonight.
All right, let's step aside, and when we come back, we've got a very fun Baysox postgame coming your way. Recap the first Baysox win in a little bit over a week. We'll tell you about it in just a little bit. We're back after this. You're listening to Baysox Baseball.
Most people don't know what a steam fitter is. More importantly, what we do and how much it impacts you. Just take a moment to think about what your world would look like if you didn't have the ability to generate electricity to have heating or air conditioning, microchip production, internet service, web-based storage, cellular service, and frozen or refrigerated produce. Could you imagine? And these are just some of the things that we impact. Please visit steamfitters-602.org and let's talk about how we can bring value to you.
At DCA Imaging Systems, we provide a tenured team of office technology professionals ready to be your trusted advisors. From document creation, output devices, scanning and workflow, to document security and storage, we understand people print, not printers. Give DCA Imaging a call, 301-577-1021, or find out more about how we can help you. DCAimaging.com. DCA Imaging Systems, office technology made easy.
At Luminous Health, we want you to feel your best. This summer, take the time to catch up on your annual health screenings. Visit us at our Anne Arundel Medical Center, Doctors Community Medical Center, or one of our primary care offices in your neighborhood. At Luminous Health, you are the MVP. Learn more at luminoushealth.org. Fielder's Choice Flex Packs with the Bowie Baysox. The best value to see the best games at Prince George's Stadium. You could save up to 30% on your selected seat from day one and enjoy a number of exclusive member benefits, including flexible exchange options, discounts on suite rentals, special access to the Diamond View restaurant, and a free members collectible at your first home game of the year. Get your pack now by calling 301-464-4865 or heading online to baysox.com.
It's now time for the Bowie Baysox post-game show. Let's head back to the ballpark with Matt Savanas.
Well, it feels so good to say this, but the Baysox are winners once again after a 7-game losing streak. Coming into tonight's game, Bowie finally gets that monkey off the back and takes down Hartford for the first time this week. A 10-3 final here in Game 4 of the 6-game series. As we get rolling with Baysox postgame, let's recap this game in depth for Bowie as we go back in time to 7:08 p.m. when first pitch came home from Griffin McClarty to Jimmy Herron. McClarty faced the minimum in the frame after a single and a walk. He used a pickoff and a caught stealing to really just essentially work 3 up, 3 down. I don't like calling that 3 up, 3 down, but it was what it was.
He faced 3 batters.
Yeah, that's a good way to put it. As the Baysox went down quietly in the bottom of the first, despite getting 2 base runners of their own, things went Hartford's way in the top of the second, and it looked like Bowie could be in trouble again when Brenton Doyle stepped to the plate. Been playing a ton. The 3-1 lifted out to deep left. That one's going to get out. Fontana stops at the warning track and watches it clear the signs. A solo home run for Brenton Doyle, his 6th of the season and 2nd in this series, gives Hartford the early 1-0 advantage. It was a leadoff jack there for Doyle, and as it turned out, that would not be the only home run in the inning for Hartford. 3 batters later, Kyle Datris. Put on the development list, whatever. First pitch to Kyle Datris, crushed out to left center field and deep. Hall on the run, and this one's out. Another solo home run for Hartford here in the 2nd inning. This one by Datris, his 3rd of the season. As the Baysox fell behind 2-0 early, they only had to face off against Hartford starter Michael Baird for 2 innings. And while he held Bowie quiet with a perfect 2nd, things turned over to Trent Fennell in the 3rd, and that's when Bowie broke through. Maverick Handley opened with a double. Adam Hall was hit by a pitch. We hope he's okay because he was removed from the game later. We'll follow up, see what we can pick up, but that's not what was important because what was important was the next batter. Jordan Westberg coming up big.
When he hits it, he rips it. Pitch coming. And a breaking ball drilled down the line in left. If it stays fair, it's gone. It's a fair ball and a home run. And it did not take long. The Baysox greeting Fennell rudely. And the 3-run jack by Westberg, his 7th of the year, has put the Baysox on top 3-2.
As you can imagine, that was the largest deficit that the Baysox have a go-ahead home run from this season. A 3-run shot for Westberg made it 3-2 Bowie, and they would add on 2 more runs in the frame on a pair of sacrifice flies. So a 5-run inning for the Baysox made it 5-2, and at that point, they never really had to look back. As the game extended through the 3rd, McClarty pitched a scoreless frame, while the Baysox were held scoreless themselves. The 4th inning was just as uneventful, while Bowie still couldn't get much. Then in the 5th, fifth, things woke up again. Jensen Elliott had taken over for Bowie, tossed a scoreless frame, and in the bottom of the fifth, still against Fennel, Bowie got an opening single from Westberg and a walk by Shane Fontana. After Zach Watson drew another walk to load the bases, Fennel was lifted. Andrew Dashbach against the new pitcher Will Gaddis struck out swinging. But then Cody Roberts stepped up with the bases loaded and 2 outs and, well, added a little clutch to his resume. The 1-2 to Roberts. Swung on, up the middle, base hit. Westberg scores. Fontana rounds third. He's coming home. The throw goes back to second, and it's not in time. A 2-run RBI single for Cody Roberts, and the Baysox break ahead to a 7-2 advantage here in the fifth. That wouldn't be it for Bowie in the fifth inning, though, because A.J. Graffinino stepped up with 1 runner in scoring position, 2 on total, and still 2 outs, and he picked up his first hit for Bowie in a good way. Here's the next. Lined out toward right center field, falling in for a base hit. Here comes a quick round of third by Watson. The throw doesn't go anywhere as Watson scores. The Baysox add on another. An RBI knock by A.J. Graffinino makes it 8-2 here in the bottom of the fifth. Bowie would add on 1 more run in the fifth inning, another 2-out RBI single by Maverick Handley. That would make it 9-2. Hartford would inch just a slight bit closer in the seventh inning on a 2-out RBI single by Hunter Stovall, but the Baysox got that run right back in the bottom of the frame after 2 walks with 1 out, a single by A.J. Graffinino to load the bases, and a sacrifice fly by Maverick Handley to make it 10-3. The game would stay that way moving into the ninth inning. After a leadoff double by Aaron Schunk against Morgan McSweeney, Willie McIver grounded out, Kyle Datras drew a walk, and the Baysox were in prime position to get a good ground ball to close us out. And McSweeney, well, he did just that. Here's the payoff. Swinging a slow grounder, this could do it over to short. Underhanded by Ortiz. Westberg turns to first. Dashbach receives, and the game is over. A 6-4-3 double play, and the Baysox are victors for the first time in a long time. A 10-3 winner tonight at Prince George's Stadium in front of the biggest crowd of the year. An outstanding win for Bowie. Your final box score, Hartford scores 3 runs on 8 hits with no errors. They left on 5. The Baysox score 10 runs on 11 hits with no errors. They left on 6. Jensen Elliott, the winning pitcher today, he moves to 1-0. Trent Fennel, who gave up 8 runs in 2 1/3 innings, he's the losing pitcher, falls to 0-1. No save as the game was played in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Imagine that, a 10-3 game in 2 hours and 45 minutes. Gotta love it. In front of a massive crowd at Prince George's Stadium, a paid attendance of 9,658. The crowd of the year, as Hartford falls to 22-15 on the season. Their 4-game winning streak is snapped. The Baysox move to 14-21 on the year. Their 7-game losing streak is thankfully over. Hartford is now 9-7 on the road. Bowie is now 9-9 at home. Game of the year.
Well, just wonderful to see the crowd and to have the Baysox play like this. A few players that I wanted to highlight here. Jensen Elliott, coming out of the bullpen, getting his first Double-A win. It's not often that you come into a game in relief with your team trailing by 2 and you leave and your team's winning by 7. That really is spectacular. 3 scoreless innings, so big for the Baysox in this game. And I know it has been more steady than spectacular, but Shane Fontana, if there is a ball player that has played above expectation, that has worked his way into a big role with his ball club. He's hitting .280 right now. He had 2 more hits tonight, had 2 walks, reached base 4 times. Fontana's having a spectacular year for a ball player that just got a touch of Double-A last year. For him to come and play like this, like he has done in the first quarter of this season, it really is remarkable.
The thing I like about it, too, the most, is that he's doing it while kind of having to be a utility man through the lineup. He's been moved around in so many different places. I know a lot of guys might not do so well unless they're kind of locked into a specific spot that they can get a routine going. Fontana doesn't care. He's just being put anywhere 1 through 6, and he's still hitting.
It's really impressive. Early in the year, he wasn't starting every game, and when he got into the lineup, he was batting 8th or 9th. So to see him here in the, what was he tonight, in the 3 spot in the
3
order?
Slot, yeah.
So he's in a prime position in the lineup, comes to the plate 5 times, reaches base 4. He's playing really, really a strong corner outfield position for the Baysox, as well defensively. And altogether, there's so many guys that get so much talk about them over the course of the year in the Orioles organization right now. And Fontana is under the radar, playing extremely well here in Bowie this year, and he's doing it consistently. It's not like he had one big game.
Key contributor today, key contributor the last week plus, and hopefully a key contributor for the next few months for the Baysox. And if not, hopefully a key contributor for AAA Norfolk soon. Again, your final tonight, Bowie over Hartford 10-3. We'll step aside on Baysox postgame. When we come back, we're going to take the chance to cruise around the Eastern League, see how some of the other squads are shoring up, as well as the Orioles organization as a whole. I hear Aberdeen had a very rare off night, so I guess Bowie took a little bit of their luck. We'll tell you about it after this. You're listening to Baysox postgame.
From sprains to stitches, sore throats to stomach aches, and pulled muscles to poison ivy, care is around the corner at Patient First. Walk in to see a doctor from 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day of the year. X-rays, lab tests, and prescription drugs are on site, and most major insurance plans are accepted. For routine illnesses and injuries, Patient First is here for you. Patient First, the name fits.
Patient First, proud partner of the Bowie Baysox. Open 8 a.m. to 10 p.m. every day.
It's a very special day at Prince George's Stadium on Saturday, June 18th that you don't want to miss. The Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration sponsored by Chesapeake Employers Insurance. Fans that get to the game will have a chance to bid on game-worn Baysox jerseys, with all proceeds going to benefit the Clemente Foundation. Again, don't miss out on your chance to own a piece of Baysox history on Saturday, June 18th with the Roberto Clemente and Latin Baseball Celebration, and you can get your tickets now at baysox.com.
Everyone deserves a great smile, and Rad Orthodontics is here to help you, Bowie Baysox fans. Rad Orthodontics accepts most insurance, and whether it's braces or Invisalign aligners, anyone can get the smile they've always wanted with our flexible payment options. With two of the country's leading orthodontists right here in the D.C. area, we love to see Baysox fans smile with confidence. So get that amazing smile you deserve. Visit radsmile.com today and book your free consult. That's radsmile.com for Rad Orthodontics, official smile provider of the Bowie Baysox.
Back to Prince George's Stadium one final time here on Baysox postgame as we wrap up an incredible 10-3 Bowie win over Hartford. We'll take this time now, though, to cruise around the Eastern League, see how some of the other teams in the circuit have fared. And it looks like the rest of the league has already come to a final. I think Bowie was the latest start. Everyone else was either starting at 6 or 6:35, as well as Erie and New Hampshire, who I think played a doubleheader today. No, Harrisburg and Portland played a doubleheader, and it was a sweep for the Senators. 7-2 in Game 1, 3-1 in Game 2. Altoona has really been just putting the screws on Richmond over the past couple of days.
Yeah, how about that?
A 12-4 winner for the Curve, as they're just a thorn in the side for the Southwest Division leaders. And as it stands right now, Richmond's actually been knocked out of the top spot. So Altoona has helped Akron dethrone Richmond at the moment. The Rubber Ducks used 3 runs in the third inning to help them beat Binghamton 4-2 earlier today. Somerset finally got one over on Reading. The Fightins had been putting on a lot of offense over the Patriots lately, but Somerset wins today 6-2. And as mentioned, Erie and New Hampshire went at it. New Hampshire made a big run of things late. Listen to this. Erie scored 1 run in each of the first 4 innings and then 3 runs in the 5th. But then New Hampshire scored 5 runs over the last 2 innings to cut it close. Erie barely escapes with an 8-7 win in that one. The Seawolves are surging right now. They do have an excellent starting pitching staff, and they're coming to Prince George's Stadium next week, so the Baysox will have to watch out. But that's for, future Matt and Adam to worry about. We're focused on today. And Adam, how's the Orioles system looking?
Well, we got an exciting game in the big leagues right now. The Orioles were down 3-0 there at home against Tampa Bay. Now, the Rays just dominated Baltimore a year ago, and the Orioles have battled back. Baltimore hit their first walk-off homer in 3 years yesterday in an afternoon game, a 3-run walk-off homer by Anthony Santander, the former Baysox. And they're in the 10th inning now after their win yesterday against the Yankees 3-all at Camden Yards. Now, in the minor leagues, Aberdeen, the high A affiliate of the Orioles, what were they, 19 or 16-3 in their last 19 games? Well, wasn't their day today. They get shut out by the Atlanta Braves affiliate from Rome, Georgia. The Rome Braves winning it 6-0. Delmarva, though, was a winner over the Nationals affiliate at the low A level. At home, Delmarva wins at Purdue Stadium 6-4, and they're tied up Norfolk and Charlotte at 8 apiece. Again, it was a big day for former Baysox outfielder Kyle Stowers today, but they are knotted up, and in extra innings, the Tides are batting currently in the top of the 10th inning. Stowers, though, 4 for 5, 3 runs scored, 3 driven in that game for the Norfolk Tides.
Of course, though, and I say it every day, the score we care about most on this production is that of Bowie's. And they put together a pretty good one today, wouldn't you say?
Yeah, it was just stellar because, let's put it the Baysox have been playing from behind, it feels like almost every night in the first 3, 4, 5 innings. And tonight, when you go down 2-0, Hartford hitting 2 homers in the second, you know that you're going to have to dig deep into your bullpen in a game like this. It's really spectacular what the Baysox were able to do. A 5-run third, obviously Westberg's home run, one of the big swings of the bat in this game. And then it was everybody in the lineup. The fact that you had the bases loaded, 2 down in the 5th, without a run in, and you get 4 runs. You get 3 consecutive hits. Roberts driving home 2. Graffinino had 2 hits tonight. First 2 of his young AA career. He gets an RBI base hit. Maverick Hanley had a really good offensive night tonight. He gets an RBI single amidst his 2 hits on the evening. He was a big part of both big Bowie rallies. And in the end, one big inning quite often wins you a ball game, but tonight the Baysox had 2 of them.
Yeah, I'd be lying if I said that I wasn't a little worried after those 2 solo home runs in the second, the way that the last few games have gone for Bowie. I'm just very glad to see that what I've been saying is still true, that Bowie is not a team that will roll over. They're not a team that lets innings like that affect them. They will go out and attack and attack and attack to try and win these ball games. So it was a fun one tonight. A very, very fun one as Bowie picks up their first win after a 7-game losing streak. 2 sides are back at it tomorrow for Game 5 of the series. A 6:35 first pitch at Prince George's Stadium. It'll be left-handed pitcher Nick Bush going for Hartford, and Garrett Stallings, one of the best pitchers on staff for Bowie at the moment, will toss for the Baysox. He's 2-2 with a 3.33 ERA. Again, it's a 6:35 first pitch, which means a DCA Imaging Systems pregame show of 6:15. Hope you can stop by, but for now, we've got to close up shop here from Prince George's Stadium. One final time for Adam, I'm Matt, saying thank you for joining as Bowie takes down Hartford tonight, 10-3. We'll talk to you tomorrow.
Thanks for listening to Bowie Baysox Baseball. We hope you enjoyed today's game, and join us next time for another exciting broadcast coming up soon. This has been a presentation of the Bowie Baysox.